at Coletco for Friday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know, saying hi, hello. We're going to get everything shared and posted and get this train a-rolling, just like the Aerosmith song. Grab my other phone. I'm going to need it. There's our notification that we're live. Let me make sure. There it is. Let me hit group. Share it there and there and there. Alrighty. Now let's go over here and copy this link and get it shared over here as well. Actually, let me go over to the group first. Boom. And post it here. And here. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Friday. Hope you're ready to buy records. Unwind after a long week and purchase some vinyl. Some music listening experiences for you. Tanner's wheeling up the vintage right now. Great. Great. Let's see here. There's that. And live now. Alright, let's also get it shared over here on YouTube. Share. Copy link. Instagram. Let's get it put on our story. And where's a picture for tonight? Where's a picture for tonight? Here we go. Let's do that right there. Red Led Zeppelin. Alright, link. Let me post that. Live now. And we're good. We're good. We're good. We're golden is what I was trying to say. I was saying golden and good at the same time. Okay, so I can officially see comments now. So thanks everybody who's already on and ready. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started. So probably going to go ahead and show some new vintage, or we'll do new vintage right off the bat, but let's go ahead and go through a crate of new stuff from earlier this week. New stuff from earlier this week, which is one of those crates are right over here, I think. Let me make sure I got the right one. Yeah, this one right here. We'll go through this one first. It's also part of the flip video that I posted. So let me pull up that Facebook flip video as well, because I'll need to pull some stuff as I'm selling stuff. Let's see what's all been claimed. I posted a video, a big recap of all the new vinyl left from tonight. And we've sold a copy of ZZ Top, Yes Singles, Buffalo Springfield, Stained, Foreigner, Matchbox 20, Mudhoney, Ace Frehley, The Gold Music, Coldplay, Queensryche, Yes, J. Frank, Darkness Box, Howard Jones, and Pink Floyd Live. So whenever I run across those, I've got to pull all those, which none of that's in this crate. It's probably going to be in one of these crates here. I'm going to start by going through some new vinyl for this week, and we got new vintage stuff here. I've got a Minor Threat LP here in my hand. That's always good. Looks like John's got us some great new check condition stuff. And we're going to be in full record selling mode tonight. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. And we got great auctions, of course, as well. So, all right. Let's see what we have in here. Thank God it's Friday. Let's go here. Let's do the Accept. First record of the night. Accept. Metal Heart. We'll start with some metal. Metal Heart by Accept. $39.99. That's a new music on vinyl pressing. Howard Jones is sold. Tanner, that's sold to Zach Elias. Zach Elias got that from the flip video. That's sold to Zach Elias. Also, we have Destruction. That is Sentence of Death. That's on bone-colored vinyl. That is $49.99. $49.99. Destruction, Sentence of Death. $49.99. Destruction, Sentence of Death. That's on bone-colored vinyl. Also, Metal Church is music on vinyl, new and sealed. Metal Church, $39.99. And Jackson C. Frank. This is sold to Debbie Blair. Debbie Blair got Jackson C. Frank. That's sold to Debbie Blair. Testament, live at Dynamo Open Air, 1997. Testament is $28.99. That's a new release for Friday, for today. Now, I've been showing new vinyl all week. I can officially say these are new releases for today, $28.99. John Lill needs to put back his STP, and Jeff Brindley wants a metal church. Jeff Brindley, you get a metal church. Is that for metal church, or is you saying, hold on a second, he might be saying metal please, as in he would like to see some metal, or he might have been claiming metal heart, or he might have been claiming metal church. We'll find out. Jeff, just let me know specifically what you wanted there. Another Destruction release, that's a release from Agony. That's on black vinyl. These are all new imports for it. He said yes to metal church. Yes to metal church. So Debbie Blair got Jackson C. Frank. Metal church is sold to Jeff Brindley. And we have a Halloween metal jukebox. First time ever on vinyl, $38.99. And that's a limited edition red and orange splatter, $38.99. $38.99. Boogie Down Productions. This is By All Means Necessary. Boogie Down Productions. That's new and sealed music on vinyl. $39.99. Boogie Down Productions. MOV title. I'm working on the Tina Turner. We will get that up. Don't worry, Troy. I've got you either way, but I will definitely post a pre-order for that. Gold Music is sold to Cynthia Herdren. Cynthia Herdren wants a gold music. I've got two left, and what that is Sounds and Dance Music by Frankie Stein, the first reissue since 1965 of the Halloween Horror Rock Classic, and that's limited to $933.99. Jeff Brindley also wants the Halloween. That's Halloween Metal Jukebox, so that's sold to Jeff Brindley as well. And we have The Grinch, the original motion picture soundtrack, the 2018 movie, and that is $31.99. If you're also in the Christmas spirit, we have a Holly Dolly Christmas silver vinyl with Michael Bublé, Willie Nelson, Jimmy Fallon, Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus, and Randy Parton, $31.99. Toby Grimm wants a gold music. That's sold to Toby Grimm. I have one copy left if anybody else wants one of those. And we have Metal Church Gone. That was my only copy of Metal Church self-titled. Chuck Kepich? Yeah, Chuck. If you want a copy, Chuck, I'm going to reorder those, and they'll be in next week, which means you'll be invoiced the following Monday. So let me know if you want one of those, and I'll get you on an order list. The Monkees' Greatest Hits. The Monkees' Greatest Hits is $29.99. This is the first Rocktober title of the night. This is new and sealed from Rocktober. It's on colored vinyl, $29.99, and that is the Monkees' Greatest Hits. Monkees' Greatest Hits, $29.99. Mudhoney. One of these are sold to Walt Cruz. Let me make sure that was right. Yeah, Walt Cruz gets a Mudhoney, and that Super Fuzz Big Muff, that's from Sub Pop, special anniversary edition on mustard yellow vinyl. That is $28.99. So that's sold to Walt Cruz from the Flip video. I've got two copies left, and Chuck Kevich says yes, he'll be on the waiting list for Metal Church self-titled. And the last Ghoul music is sold to Paul Brothers. We're officially sold out of that now. That's sold to Paul Brothers. Fred Carnell will take a Mudhoney, and there's one copy of Mudhoney left. Also, Joe Bonamassa, this was a new release, Blues Deluxe Volume 2. This is a new studio album. It's a 20th anniversary best-selling Blues Deluxe, $33.99. Thomas O'Brien's going to get that last copy of Mudhoney. That's sold to Thomas O'Brien. It's officially pretty much close to a quarter after, so let's go ahead and get some of our first auction started. I've got two records that have been shown before that I'm going to reduce the price on and get them sold tonight. This one was shown last night, and this one was shown a couple weeks ago, and I listened to it last night, one of my favorite Joni Mitchell albums. And now we're going to start these on low starts compared to what they were originally stickered, and we're going to get them sold and into new hands of new collectors. This is Black Sabbath Paranoid. First, it has one spine crackle right here. I'm going to go ahead and take the LP out of the jacket so that does not get any worse. I've cleaned it. It's in a new MoFi static inner sleeve, and of course, Paul cleaned it before I cleaned it, but I listened to it last night. We listened to it last night. And of course, a classic album, Black Sabbath Paranoid, and this is a great mix. This is a 2006 remaster, $35 start. And I don't know if y'all remember last night, but that was priced much more than that last night. And also for the audiophile ear, this is Joni Mitchell Court and Spark. Joni Mitchell Court and Spark. And this is a Nautilus half-speed master. A Nautilus half-speed master. And it also sounds very, very good. It plays about EX. It's not dead near min. It plays around a solid EX. That's also a $35 start. And of course, those are big price cuts from what they originally were stickered, but $35 starts on those. Kiss. This is Carnival of Souls, the final sessions. That's $33.99 for Kiss. Carnival of Souls, the final sessions. Got a big restock of that, $33.99. Talking Heads. This is sold to Lillian McCurry. We need to put her down for one, and I have one left. This is Talking Heads, the 1985 Talking Heads produced classic on limited edition sky blue vinyl. And that's from Rocktober. That's new and sealed blue vinyl, limited edition from Talking Heads. Lillian commented on the pre-order last night. So I know I don't have her down for one, and I have one extra there, the Talking Heads. If you're just joining us, we're in a crate of new releases for this week, doing a big recap, and we've sold a lot of them. Testament, low. Testament is music on vinyl, $39.99. New and sealed Testament, $39.99. And Ace Frehley, this is a new and sealed 2014 remaster. Tanner, we need to pull one for R.J. Myers. R.J. Myers said Ace. There's one for R.J. Myers, $33.99. That's the exact 2014 remaster, which means it's an exact replica of the OG. It has the insert, the poster, and everything. All right, Mark Coburn was in first on Black Sabbath at $35. Mark was in first. Paul Brothers, you're out. And we're still looking for a $35 start for Joni Mitchell, Court, and Spark, and that's the Nautilus Half-Speed Master. Buffalo Springfield, last copy we have of this, another Rocktober indie exclusive. Actually, I think somebody may have claimed it. Hold on. Yeah, Scott Smith. This is actually sold to Scott Smith. If anybody wants on a waiting list, let me know. This is Buffalo Springfield again. It's in mono. It's on clear vinyl from that Atlantic 75th anniversary. That's sold to Scott Smith. That's sold to Scott Smith. And we also have Death Angel, Act 3. Death Angel is a music on vinyl pressing, new and sealed. Death Angel, Act 3. That is $39.99. And The Darkness, Permission to Land. We're getting low stock on these. Let me see here. Did anybody else claim one in here? I don't think they did. No. So $31.99 blue marble vinyl. I'm getting low on those, but I've went ahead and ordered more. And then this box set is sold to Zach Elias. This box set is sold to Zach Elias, the Darkness box set. Okay, so Black Sabbath is that same record we had last night. We had it marked in the bin with the metal stuff. It's a 2006 remaster, very good cut of that album. It's Near Mint. I played it last night, sounds great. High bid right now is $38. And final call if anybody wants to get in on Joni Mitchell for $38. That's $38, Court and Spark. Or excuse me, $35 final call on that. All right, what a great bin to start the show with. That was new vinyl from this week, and it almost all got obliterated. One more time, Accept Metal Heart. If you pull out the Kiss Carnival of Souls, which we've had for 2 weeks straight now, there's not much left in here. Accept Metal Heart, Destruction, Sentence of Death. Also Testament, live at the Dynamo Open Air, $28.99. And we have Destruction, $49.99. Boogie Down Productions is $39.99. The Grinch, $31. Dolly was $31. That's on silver vinyl. Still got the Monkees' Greatest Hits. The Joe Bonamassa on blue vinyl, $33.99. Last Talking Heads on blue vinyl, $29.99. Testament Low, a couple more copies of Ace Frehley, one of our best sellers. Death Angel, Act 3, and The Darkness. All right, that's our first crate. That was just a recap, warm up of some stuff from last week. All right, so whoever else was bidding $35, let me know if you want back in. If not, we're about to wrap that up to Paul Brothers. I'm going to go ahead and make this a buy it now. If anybody wants Joni Mitchell, it's a $35 buy it now. Nautilus, Half-Speed Master of Court and Spark. The Monkees, Terry, was $29.99. $29.99, that's part of that new Rocktober exclusive. So, all right, let's go through our first crate of vintage stuff that looks like was marked for tonight's show, and it looks like it's going to be check condition. So let's go through this and see what we have in here. Looks like we got some great titles, especially if you like rock and classic rock. Looks like there's some great titles in here. A couple of these are upside down. Let me fix that right quick. There we go. Looks like we got some great classic rock titles, and let's go through them and see what we got. And then I'm going to go through some more new vinyl later. So, Collective Soul's Greatest Hits. Collective Soul's Greatest Hits is on pre-order. That comes out, I think, next month. That's on pre-order. Terry Schneider says, Monkees Please. Monkees Sold. That's the Monkees' Greatest Hits. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Great track listing, of course. And let's go ahead and sell this to Paul Brothers. I never did hear back from Mark Coburn. This is sold to Paul Brothers for $38. So, first auction of the night sold. I'm going to get 2 more started right now. I'm going to show 3 records and then put up our next two auctions. We have Dr. Demento presents the greatest novelty records of all time. The 80s, Volume 5. That's always a fun listen. VG copy, $9.99 for Dr. Demento. And Kiss Double Platinum. That's a 78 specialty press, VG condition, $24.99. VG condition, $24.99 for Kiss Double Platinum. And the Beatles Yellow Submarine. Boy, we're off to a great start. 1976 Orange Capital pressing. VG Plus condition, $24.99. Yellow Submarine. VG Plus condition, $24.99. Let's do one of our first bootlegs of the night, and let's also do one of our first Japanese auctions of the night. Great stuff here. First, I listened to this last night, so we got a lot. I hope we have some Fleetwood Mac fans watching tonight. We got some awesome bootlegs. This is Fleetwood Mac, and this one's called, they have names hidden on them sometimes. Fleetwood Mac, Play the City of Angels. Play the City of Angels. Of course, that's live, I think, 1977, right around the Rumors era. Very cool cover and very good sound recording as well. This is Fleetwood Mac live. These are very tough bootlegs to have. Of course, you can't sell them on eBay and Discogs. For a collector, bootlegs are one of those things that after you get all their albums, people start looking for imports, bootlegs, and misprints. And, of course, with a band like Fleetwood Mac, we got some pretty cool ones here. This is going to be a $45 start. That's Fleetwood Mac. It's a live recording. It's got a great track listing on it, too. Say You Love Me, Dreams, Rhiannon, Go Your Own Way, Never Gone Back Again, Landslide, Go Dust Woman. That's a $45 start. Great sound quality on that as well. Also, we have Rainbow. This is Rainbow, Long Live Rock and Roll, a Japanese pressing, near mint minus and pristine. This is going to be a $45 start. Rainbow, Long Live Rock and Roll, original Japanese pressing, 1978 Japanese pressing. Most of these Japanese pressings tonight, we actually have the date and the pressing and the year for you, so I can let you know if it's an actual OG Japanese pressing or not. Usually we just show them and sell them, but some of these I actually have dates assigned to them, thanks to Seth doing all the Discogs research. This has the insert. It's a gatefold. Ronnie James Dio, Richie Blackmore, and Rainbow. That's now up for bid. So there's our first two auctions of the night. Back up to the top, Jack Hewitt was first to Dr. Demento. Jack Hewitt was first to Dr. Demento. Autumn Betts was second. Chris Bijak was third. Josie Sinkbell wants the Kiss Double Platinum. That's so to Josie Sinkbell. And then we have Fleetwood Mac. Let's see, Stryper. Stryper, if we ever get Stryper albums, they will be advertised for a certain night, usually Metal Night, and they'll be put up for auction. We hardly ever get in Stryper, and when we do, there's literally a street brawl for it. People will fight in the bids for it. Fleetwood Mac is at 45, 45, 45. Rainbow's at 45, 45, 47, 50. Fleetwood Mac 50, 50. Rainbow 52, 52, 55, and 55. So both auctions are actually at $55. Still got Yellow Submarine for $24.99, VG Plus condition. Mountain Climbing, that is a VG copy for $9.99. Mississippi Queen, that's a VG copy for $9.99. And Steve Miller Band, Living in the USA. That's a VG condition record for $9.99. Steve Miller Band, Living in the USA. Mountain is sold to Thomas O'Brien. This always has great mastering on it, the Mountain records, especially their first two. That's sold to Thomas O'Brien. Henry Pardidez is second. Darren Davis is at 56 on the Fleetwood Mac. So this is a vintage 1977 bootleg of Fleetwood Mac. Plays the City of Angels. The disc is nice. It's in great condition. The cover is too. Great sound quality. And then a quick update on the Rainbow 1978 OG Japanese pressing. Very, very nice. Thomas O'Brien has that for 55. Anybody else that's not Thomas O'Brien, you are out. Jetstream first on Steve Miller Band. G. Michael was second. Steve Miller Band sold to Jetstream. The Rolling Stones Hot Rocks. This is in VG Plus condition. $29.99. A great Rolling Stones comp. If you don't have any whatsoever, this is always a great start. Blue London label, Sterling Dead Wax, VG Plus $29.99. I'll go ahead and read some of the track listings, but I hope everybody has at least one copy of a Stones record in your collection. It's going to be this one, Hot Rocks. Brown Sugar, Wild Horses, Gimme Shelter, Honky Tonk Woman, Satisfaction, Painted Black, Jumpin' Jack Flash. I think that's just one side. And then we have Street Fighting Man, Midnight Rambler. You can't always get what you want. Let's Spend the Night Together, Mother's Little Helper, 19th Nervous Breakdown, Ruby Tuesday, Get Off of My Cloud. What a classic. Play with Fire. Time Is on My Side. Heart of Stones, Under My Thumb, and Sympathy for the Devil, As Tears Go By. As Tears Go By. That is Hot Rocks, VG Plus, $29.99. That's like the early days of the Stones. That doesn't have any of the 70s. That doesn't have any of the mid, late 70s stuff, and of course all their 80s. That's just the classics. We have the unprecedented music of Ornette Coleman. Ornette Coleman's EX Condition, $17.99. Ornette Coleman, EX Condition, $17.99. Okay, back up to the bids. Fleetwood Mac was at 60, then it was at 65. No one else has bid on Rainbow. Let's make that a final call. Thomas O'Brien has Rainbow for $55. Final call on that. Troy Robinson gets the Rolling Stones. That right now leaves Ornette Coleman and the Beatles left in the bin. Steel Pulse, Earth Crisis. That's in VG condition, $19.99. Steel Pulse, Earth Crisis. Some reggae. VG condition, $19.99. Don't get a lot of that in. That's on a Electra label. VG, $19.99. Also, Autumn, let me know if you want back in on Fleetwood Mac. The Beatles, 67-70. I played this last night. Not this copy, but I listened to it the other night. Always a go-to great Beatles compilation. 67-70. That's in VG condition, $19.99. Like I said the other night, the VG Plus copy I listened to didn't sound bad whatsoever. That's $19.99. Mark Fallon wants Steel Pulse. And let's go ahead and sell the Rainbow record. Rainbow is sold to Thomas O'Brien for $55. And we're going to see if Autumn wants back in on Fleetwood Mac. If not, we're going to go ahead and sell that to Michael Nath. Iron Butterfly Ball, that's in VG condition. Ball is in VG condition for $9.99. Steely Dan, The Royal Scam, VG condition on The Royal Scam, $14.99. Always has some great tracks on it. Kid Charlemagne, Don't Take Me Alive. That's a VG, $14.99. Steely Dan, The Royal Scam. Jimi Hendrix, Smash Hits. A VG condition record, $14.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, VG, $14.99. Autumn, Fleetwood Mac is at $65 with Michael Nath. We were waiting for you to say in or out. You can say in, and you can bid again, or you can say out, and I'm going to go ahead and sell to Michael Nath unless another bid has popped up. Let's go ahead and do one of our first autographs of the night. Here's one of our first autographed records. This is autographed by Albert Lee and Vince Gill. This is signed. It's an Albert Lee record. It's actually Albert Lee self-titled. It says Best Wishes, Albert Lee. And on the back, it's autographed by Vince Gill, which Vince Gill played rhythm guitar and backing vocals on this album. And yeah, background vocals, Vince Gill, and he played rhythm guitar. That is a $25 start. That's autographed by Albert Lee. It says Best Wishes, Albert Lee. And it's also autographed on the back by Vince Gill. That's a $25 start for the Albert Lee and Vince Gill. Albert Lee and Vince Gill. Okay, next was Jetstream wants Iron Butterfly Ball. Autumn's at 70 on Fleetwood Mac. Hendry says he'll take the Beatles. It was $19.99. Sell that to Hendry. So Jetstream got Iron Butterfly. Hendry gets the Beatles. Michael Nath is back in on Fleetwood Mac at 72. Autumn, you're out. Looking for a $25 start on the Albert Lee and Vince Gill autographs. We have Grace Jones, Fame. I don't know if I've had that one before. Grace Jones, Fame. VG condition, $14.99 for Grace Jones, Fame. The Best of the Soundtracks. VG condition, $9.99. This has music from the Wild Angels, Wild in the Streets, Devil's Angels, a lot of those 70s motorcycle movies. That's a compilation of that. VG, $9.99. Best of Soundtracks. Jared says he's running late, but he's here. Put up the Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison autograph on deck. Coming right up. Looking for a $25 start on that. Michael Nath, you're out on the Fleetwood Mac. Another Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. This one has the poster. Wow. VG Plus condition, $34.99. VG Plus condition, and it has the poster, $34.99. There's the poster with it, which is something I don't see too often. Giant poster enclosed. Jimi Hendrix, VG Plus, $34.99. Just never, ever has the poster. The Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed, a classic album. VG condition, $14.99. A classic album. Let It Bleed, You Can't Always Get What You Want. Gimme Shelter. That is VG condition, $14.99. Michael Nath's officially out on Fleetwood Mac. Autumn, you have that for $75. That's a final call. That's a vintage 1977 Fleetwood Mac bootleg. Final call at $75. And if anybody wants in on this for $25, autographed by Albert Lee and Vince Gill. Now is the time, or I'm going to go ahead and end it. Sherry Darnell is in on the Albert Lee for 25, and G. Michael wants the Rolling Stones Let It Bleed. So final call on both of these auctions. I'm going to sell them both at the same time. Wow, Led Zeppelin, a 69 Presswell pressing, VG condition, $29.99. OG Led Zeppelin, VG condition, $29.99. 69 Presswell, 1841 Broadway. Yep, Presswell. That's the real deal there from 69. VG condition, $29.99. Also, Crosby and Nash, the best of David Crosby and Graham Nash. That's a VG copy, $9.99. Yes, the Stones was an OG pressing. Yes, the Stones record was an OG pressing. This is the best of David Crosby and Graham Nash, $9.99. Fleetwood Mac is sold to Autumn Betts for $75, and only one bid on the Albert Lee and Vince Gill autographs. That's sold to Sherry Darnell for $25. That's sold to Sherry Darnell for $25. Let's go ahead and do our next Japanese record, which we'll go ahead and do that other rainbow. We've already sold one tonight, and we're going to go ahead and show. Got a lot of Japanese auction tonight. We'll probably do 2 more Japanese. I got more Fleetwood Mac bootlegs, of course. Let me go ahead and grab another Japanese auction out of here, though. We're going to do Rocky 3 and Rainbow. So Rainbow, this is Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. This is also going to be, let's see, what was the last one? 45. We'll do this one for a $45 start as well. This is a 1978 Japanese pressing, and it is, once again, near mint minus and pristine. Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. $45 start. Extremely nice vinyl. There's the Japanese inner sleeve for that. Very nice. There's insert number 1. No damage. Same thing with the lyric insert. And a very nice gatefold jacket. That's a $45 start. That's Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. Always have people asking for that one. There's a beautiful Japanese pressing with Obi. $45 start. We also have Rocky 3. This is a 1984 original Japanese pressing, and that is Rocky 3, original motion picture score, and that is a $35 start. It also includes the insert, music from Rocky 3, which includes Eye of the Tiger, performed by Survivor. That is a $35 start. Original motion picture soundtrack to Rocky 3, $35 start. There's the LP. There's the insert, and there's the cover with Obi, $35 start on that. What label condition on Stones? That has already sold, I think. Yeah, the Stones has already sold. The Stones that, we've had 2 different Rolling Stones records, and they have both sold. Okay, next is Cheech and Chong, Big Bamboo. No rolling paper, just the album. VG condition, $14.99. For Cheech and Chong, VG $14.99. The Crying Shames, A Scratch in the Sky. The Crying Shames, VG condition. This is going to be on the Columbia label, on the 2i. Yep, VG condition, $14.99 on the Crying Shames. Jack Hewitt wants Cheech and Chong. We got 2 auctions up looking for a $45 start and a $35 start. Rainbow and Rocky 3. Frank Zappa, Apostrophe. Frank Zappa's in VG condition, $19.99. Apostrophe. VG condition, $19.99 on Frank Zappa. And we have, this is a Warner Brothers sampler, I'm pretty sure, yeah. VG Plus condition is called Appetizers. Music by Little Feat, Arlo Guthrie, Linda Lewis, Paul Butterfield, Seals and Croft, Van Morrison, etc., etc. Artist on Warner Brothers. It's a 2 LP sampler compilation, VG Plus, $16.99. Thomas O'Brien's in on Rainbow at $45. That's now going twice, going 3 times, and that's also a final call if you want to bid on Rocky before I make it a buy it now. Peter Frampton, this is VG for $9.99. Peter Frampton, VG condition, $9.99. Also, this is Van Halen 2. Van Halen 2, VG condition, $22.99. Van Halen 2, VG condition, $22.99. That's Van Halen's second album. The vinyl's in VG and also about a VG cover, $22.99. $22.99. Marco Martinez is at 50 on Rainbow. Thomas O'Brien's at 55. We have The Amazing Spider-Man. Looks like there's a little bit of writing there in the letters. That's one I don't get as often. The Amazing Spider-Man. VG condition, $14.99. VG condition, $14.99. All right. Rainbow's at 50-55. Sherry Darnell gets the Warner Brothers compilation. We have Marco Martinez at 60 on Rainbow. Ryan Christie first on the Spider-Man record. David Tate second. Autumn Betts third. And Michael Thomas is fourth. Let's go ahead and make Rocky 3 a buy it now for $35. Original motion picture score featuring Survivor's Eye of the Tiger. That's a $35 buy it now if anybody wants in on that. Marco Martinez is the high bidder on Rainbow at 60. Autograph authentication, it actually depends on who it is too. They charge more for certain people. Like I had a baseball authenticated one time, Mickey Mantle, and it was like one of the more higher authentication prices. So they actually charge on what it is, and sometimes they charge on how much it's worth. With like certain collectibles, they charge on how much it's worth. If it's a very expensive item, they'll charge you a lot of money to authenticate it. Like up in the, you can have a really expensive item, they can charge you a lot of money, like a card or a comic. They'll do a lot of that. So, Halloween Peanuts. Halloween Peanuts. I don't know about that. I have Peanuts Greatest Hits, but I'm not for sure what Halloween Peanuts is. You might have to refresh my memory on that. Kevin Hughes is going to get the Rocky for a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on Rocky. And update on Rainbow. Who was next? Thomas O'Brien. Thomas O'Brien, let me know if you're in or out on that. Marco was at 60. Lots of people next on Spider-Man. And we have the Best of Blondie. This is going to be a 1981 original Japanese pressing. It's pristine. It's pristine, the Best of Blondie. And this is a $45 start. The Best of Blondie. Near mint minus and pristine Japanese vinyl. $45 start. There's the LP. We have a 2-page flip. There's a 2-page flip. And the Best of Blondie with Obi. $45 start. $45 start. That's a beautiful copy. Great track listing on that as well. 1981 Japanese pressing. Now up for auction. Okay. So final call now on Rainbow that Thomas O'Brien's out. We were at $60 of Marco Martinez. Next is price on Peanuts Greatest Hits. Peanuts Greatest Hits is $29.99. The Vince Guaraldi Trio, that's $31.99. $31.99 Vince Guaraldi Trio. Joe Willinger's at $45 on Blondie. $45 on Blondie. Next is George Harrison, Living in the Material World. VG condition, $12.99. Living in the Material World. VG condition, $12.99. Troy Robinson gets Peanuts. Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I don't have those in stock. I didn't know we were supposed to order some. I can get those, and Colin, they'll be in next week if you want on a waiting list. But to my knowledge, I don't have those. Let me look through I guess Seth may have put those in the soundtracks if we do. Let me take a look, because I hadn't looked through the soundtracks since we got them all in order. 8 Mile, Titanic, Princess, George Strait, Dr. No, Frozen, Breakfast Club, Top Gun, Stranger Things, Dirty Dancing, Godfather, Picard. Yeah, I don't see any Peanuts, unless he put it in G for Vince Guaraldi Trio. So, okay, so Ken Helpland wants Van Halen. I'm assuming you want this copy of Van Halen 2. Is that right, Ken Helpland? VG copy for $22.99. What album is it? This is Van Halen 2, VG copy, $22.99. Also, this is George Harrison, Living in the Material World. That is sold to Christopher Morris. Christopher Morris gets George Harrison, Living in the Material World. Rainbow is sold for $60. That is sold to $60 to Marco Martinez. Very nice copy of that. And the Best of Blondie is now a final call. Joe Willinger, one and only bidder for that, for $45. Only one bid on that for $45. Here's another really cool autograph. This is signed by Chris Hillman. Chris Hillman of the Flying Burrito Brothers, also that was in The Birds. Very nice autograph, and this is a very desirable record too. Everybody's always looking for The Gilded Palace of Sin by the Flying Burrito Brothers. An extremely nice copy. I think it's a late 70s, early 80s reissue. It's not an OG pressing. This is from the Pittsburgh collection. As you can tell, the vinyl's near mint, and it's autographed by Chris Hillman, and that is a $45 start. That's an autographed Chris Hillman, Flying Burrito Brothers, and a pretty desirable album in their catalog. $45 start. Let's put Colin Butler down for Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. And if anybody else wants on that waiting list, I guess I need to keep those in stock for sure. It is Halloween time. Wings Wildlife, VG Plus condition. Wings Wildlife, VG Plus condition on the vinyl, $19.99. VG 1999, and the Moody Blues, Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past. That's in VG condition, $9.99. Days of Future Past. VG condition, $9.99. All right, only one bidder on Blondie, and that's sold to Joe Willinger for $45. That's sold to Joe Willinger. And the Flying Burrito Brothers looking for a $45 start on that. Looking for a $45 start on that. Let's do another vintage Fleetwood Mac bootleg. This is from 1977. It's actually from September 23rd, 1975. September 23rd, 1975. And it's actually pressed in Brazil. Very cool. Great sound quality. Fleetwood Mac, $45 start. This is a 2 LP. The live concert is from September 23rd, 1975. And that's Fleetwood Mac. I listened to it. That is a $45 start. Now, what's interesting about this is tracks 2, 3, and 4 is Peter Green music. And what I don't understand is I can't make out if it's actually Fleetwood Mac, like it goes into Oh Well, and it sounds like Lindsey Buckingham, but it just made a note that tracks 2, 3, and 4 are Peter Green songs, which are true. And then the rest of it, of course, is Fleetwood Mac. So I'm So Afraid, Oh Well, World Turning, and then Green Manalishi, and then it has the other stuff like Rhiannon and Landslide and Over My Head. So that is a $45 start. $45 start. Very cool cover too. Look at that. $45 start for Fleetwood Mac. Okay, Queen tracks. Queen tracks. What was Queen? I don't have a Queen record. And the Moody Blues, this was Days of Future Past. That was a VG copy for $9.99. A VG copy for $9.99. Michael Nass at 45 on Fleetwood Mac. Blue Suede, Out of the Blue. Blue Suede is in VG condition, $9.99. If you're just hopping on, we are in our first crate of vintage. We've been through one crate of new, one crate of vintage. These are all sticker price. Arlo Guthrie, Amigo, VG copy for $9.99. Darren Davis is at 50 on Fleetwood Mac. Jetstream's going to take the Moody Blues. That's sold to Jetstream. And Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2, VG Plus condition, $29.99. Greatest Hits Volume 2, VG Plus condition, $29.99. Condition of Crosby and Nash. Crosby and Nash is a VG copy, $9.99. The best of David Crosby and Graham Nash. VG, $9.99 on that, Jim and Stat. Bob Dylan Desire, VG Plus condition, $24.99. Bob Dylan Desire, VG Plus condition, $24.99. All right, I'm going to make this a bite now if anybody wants it. The Flying Burrito Brothers, autographed by Chris Hillman. If anybody wants that, it's a first come, first serve for $45. Not only a great album, but it's in amazing condition, even for a late 70s or early 80s reissue. And that is autographed by Chris Hillman. $45 bite now on that. Or did I say 55? What was I been saying on that one? 45, yeah, 45. Okay, Fleetwood Mac was at 50, 55, 60. Preston Rose is going to get the Flying Burrito Brothers. That's sold to Preston Rose for $45. Henry Pardidez, your second. Jim Anstant says he'll take Crosby and Nash. The Fleetwood Mac unofficial is at $60 with Darren Davis, Michael Nath, and Autumn Betts. You're both out. Let's do another Japanese pressing. We have the Police Synchronicity. This is an original 1983 Japanese pressing of the Police Synchronicity. This is extremely nice, and it's going to be a $55 start. The Police Synchronicity, very nice vinyl, absolutely near mint. $55 start. Synchronicity, $55 start. Walking in Your Footsteps, Synchronicity Part 2. King of Pain, Every Breath You Take, Wrapped Around Your Finger. Tea in the Sahara. Original insert there with Obi. Always a desirable Japanese pressing. $55 start for Synchronicity. Top copy. Top copy. All right, Flying Burrito Brothers is sold to Preston for $45. We pulled that. Henry Pardidez is second. Fleetwood Mac is at $65. Chris B. Jack wants Arlo Guthrie. That's sold to Chris B. Jack. Tim Tidwell wants Led Zeppelin. Tim's bought from us before, right? Tim's bought from us before. Welcome back, Tim. You get the Led Zeppelin. I can't believe somebody else didn't claim that. An original OG 69 pressing. Kenny Rogers in the first editions. EX condition, $19.99. Kenny Rogers in the first edition, EX 1999. There is no Jim Morrison autograph. Ryan was just messing with everybody earlier. I wish I had a Jim Morrison autograph. His autograph is very rare and expensive. I do not have one. I've got some other members of Doors autographs, but I don't have that one. Fleetwood Mac, Let's see here. Where we at? Autumn's at $65. Darren, now you're out, and Michael Nath. Autumn's back in at 65. Fleetwood Mac, speaking of them, Mirage, EX condition. EX is not bad whatsoever. Has the original inner sleeve, $17.99. Gypsy's on there, EX $17.99. This is an amazing sounding record. You're right, Rich. They did a really good job pressing Synchronicity all over the world, actually. So we have the U.S. pressings are great on the translucent audiophile vinyl, and then these Japanese records are mixed very well. You could almost consider, well, any kind of Japanese. I mean, I see people who, you know, are audiophiles, and they'll usually have Japanese stuff there in their collection. So $55 start to get that one going. Fleetwood Mac is a 1977 live unofficial concert from September 23rd, 1975. This is a Fleetwood Mac vintage bootleg. It's a 2 LP, really good sound quality. I've cleaned it. I've listened to it. Fleetwood Mac. Of course, very cool cover there, Stevie Nicks, and then a shot of the band on the back. The high bid on that's now $68. Final call to get in on Synchronicity if anybody wants in. Bob Dylan, Infidels, EX condition on the vinyl, in shrink wrap, $32.99. Bob Dylan, Infidels. The Kenny Rogers in the first editions, Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town. The vinyl's EX, $19.99. The vinyl is EX, $19.99. That's Kenny Rogers, his first band, the first editions. Stevie Nicks, The Wild Heart. This is in VG condition, $14.99. VG condition, $14.99. Stevie Nicks. Well, that's got a lot of stuff in the dead wax. It's got a set of matrix numbers there. It has a word here. It has another set of matrix numbers. Then it says Wild Heart, SLM. Another set of matrix numbers and another set of matrix numbers. Boy, I bet that's a headache to look up on Discogs. The Wild Heart, Stevie Nicks, VG condition, $14.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, their debut album, VG condition, $14.99. VG condition, looks like it has the original insert with it too. Has the original lyric insert where you can read along Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. And this is an original 69 Presswell pressing. VG condition, $14.99. All right. So Fleetwood Mac was at 70, then 75. Tom Ulanowski's in on the Police. That's now a final call at $55. Michael Thomas says he will take Kenny Rogers. That's so to Michael Thomas. Next is Jeff Brindley says, is it EX? It is. Yeah, there's no condition notes on this. It's EX plus. I don't like calling bootlegs near mint minus, but well, yeah, it's a solid EX plus. High bid is 80 on that. Michael Naff's out. Tim Tidwell wants Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Tim, you've bought 2 records tonight. It's 2 of my all-time favorites. Led Zeppelin and Crosby, Stills, and Nash's debut. Let's go ahead and wrap up the Police. This is now final call. Tom Ulanowski has that for $55. Wolf's Council is going to get the Stevie Nicks. And Don Alker's in on Fleetwood Mac. New bidder on Fleetwood Mac at 81. Autumn's right back in at 85. Pure Prairie League busting out. Unfortunately, Hammer. Wow, this might have been owned by MC Hammer at one time. Busting out, but this is the album that has, of course, Amy. That entire side 2 is incredible. $19.99. The vinyl's very clean. EX condition. Busting out. Pure Prairie League. EX condition. $19.99. Moth the Hoople's greatest hits. Moth the Hoople's greatest hits. VG Plus condition, $14.99. All the young dudes, Moth the Hoople, VG $14.99. Don's out on Fleetwood Mac. Looks like Autumn's the last person on that. And we have final call on that. Oh, I was reaching for the Police. Joe Maynard's at $57. It's still going. You got in right on time on that one. Tom is second on Moth the Hoople. Chris DiLorenzo was first. Chris DiLorenzo gets Moth the Hoople. Tom Ulanowski was second. Johnny Cash, Mean as Hell. Johnny Cash is in VG condition, $9.99. Mean as Hell. Johnny Cash, that's on the Columbia 2i. VG condition, $9.99. And George Thorogood live, EX, $17.99. George Thorogood live, EX condition, $17.99 for George Thorogood live. We also have Bruce Springsteen, The River. That's a 2 LP. Looks like it's in VG Plus condition. It also has the insert and both inner sleeves, $24.99. All right, we're done on Fleetwood Mac. Autumn has that for $85. New bid on the Police. Joe Maynard, you're back out. Tom, who was the first bidder, is back in at $60, and that is a pristine Japanese pressing. All right, what else do I have over here in my auction bin? Interesting here. Let's do, I do. We just sold an Arlo Guthrie. I actually have that same album here, autographed. This is Arlo Guthrie, Amigo. It's autographed by Arlo Guthrie. It's signed. It's going to be just a $15 start, too. The actual album is in near mint minus, EX Plus near mint minus condition. It's Arlo Guthrie, Amigo. It says Best Wishes, Arlo Guthrie. It's autographed by Arlo. Textured cover. Very nice. $15 start. $15 start. That's autographed by Arlo Guthrie. $15 start on that, signed, and I guarantee that to be authentic. $15 start on that. The Police is at 60, now 62. Johnny Thunders. We have new pressings of Johnny Thunders sometimes. Billy Joel, Piano Man. That's in VG condition, $9.99. Billy Joel, Piano Man. Looks like the OG press, textured cover. And Minor Threat, Out of Step. Minor Threat is in VG condition, $39.99. Minor Threat. It also has the photo insert. What's that doing in there? Minor Threat, Out of Step. VG condition, $39.99. Arlo Guthrie's at $15.15. And Corey Gaston first on Billy Joel. That's sold to Corey Gaston. Jetstream was second. And Craig Thomas wants Minor Threat. Arlo Guthrie's at $17. Tom Ulanowski, let me know if you want back in. Tom Ulanowski, let me know if you want back in on this, because Joe Maynard has it for $62. Arlo Guthrie was at $15.15. Corey got Billy Joe. Jetstream second. Craig Thomas got Minor Threat. Ryan was second. And Arlo Guthrie is now at $20 with Jeff H. Craig Thompson, that is. I may have said Thomas again. Tanner, I looked at the sticky note. Tanner had it right, as usual. Whatever I say, it means nothing. Tanner's over here. He's mirroring. He's tagging. I obviously couldn't do these shows. Could y'all imagine if I was trying to tag too? I've tried to do that before. About 3 years ago when we first started doing this, some nights I would try to tag by myself, and it was a disaster. Could y'all imagine me with a pad of sticky notes trying to do all this while I'm selling them too? Sorry while I'm taking a drink of water. I didn't mute my mic, so sorry you had to listen to that. That's a CD, yeah. Okay, Arlo's at 25. Let's recap this crate very quickly. I'm just going to read titles. If you need prices, let me know. We have The Beatles, Yellow Submarine, VG Plus, $24.99. Ornette Coleman, Steely Dan, Jimi Hendrix, Grace Jones, the best of soundtracks. Jimi Hendrix with the poster, incredible, that's still there. Crying Shames, Frank Zappa, Peter Frampton, Van Halen, Wings, Blue Suede, Bob Dylan, Fleetwood Mac, Bob Dylan, Pure Prairie League, Johnny Cash, George Thorogood, and Bruce Springsteen. All right, let's go ahead and sell The Police. Tom Ulanowski's out. The Police is sold to Joe Maynard for $62. The autographed Arlo Guthrie, that's at $20, $25, and now $30 with Jeff H. All right, and Kiss Japanese. I will be putting that on deck here pretty soon. Chris B. Jack wants Jimi Hendrix with a poster. That was VG Plus condition, $34.99, sold to Chris B. Jack. We got a bidding going on with Arlo Guthrie. Let's go ahead and do another Japanese pressing. The next one I had on line was Aerosmith Classics Live. This is going to be a $45 start. It's an original 1986 near mint and pristine Japanese pressing with the insert complete. And this is a $45 start. Aerosmith Live Classics, $45 start, near mint and pristine. It has the original Japanese insert with it and a really nice cover with Obi. It does have one little corner ding right there, just one little corner ding, and that's Aerosmith's Classics Live. That's a $45 start, pristine Japanese pressing. All right, now let's bring out a new crate. So we went through a crate of new stuff, and we sold a lot out of there. Let me do that one more time. Plus, I'm pulling stuff for a flip video. I'm doing a big recap of some new vinyl for this week as well. And also, there's a couple new things I'm about to mix in. And we have some stuff. I don't know if we'll have time to price it tonight during the show. If not, we'll do it tomorrow night. Arlo's at 33, so that's between Jeff H. and Henry Pardidez. We still got the Grateful Dead box. That's a 5 LP. There's a lot of the Rocktober stuff that's in here. Let me pull up my other phone so I can pull stuff from the flip video too. I posted a flip video. Let me click on my name in the group, and I can find that flip video so I can pull out stuff that's already sold for everybody. All right, so we have Grateful Dead. This is the 5 LP box from Rocktober, limited 10,000, $124.99. Also, Matchbox 20. This is sold to Scott Smith. That's the Atlantic 75th anniversary on clear vinyl. That's sold to Scott Smith, $29.99. That's new and sealed. Matchbox 20 from Rocktober. Yourself or someone like you, $29.99. Jeff H., let me know if you want back in on the Arlo Guthrie autograph. Jeff H., oh, you're out, and Henry Pardiaz has that for $33. Errol Smith is a final call. Errol Smith is a final call if anybody wants in at $45. I got 3 copies of Matchbox 20 left. 3 copies of Matchbox 20 left. Yourself or someone like you. Foreigner, self-titled debut. That's also part of that Atlantic 75th anniversary celebration. That's also sold to Scott Smith. He gets a copy of Foreigner, $29.99. I've got 1 copy of Foreigner left. There's Matchbox 20. The Darkness, and I have 2 copies. There was 1 in the last bin, and I've got this one. Blue marbled vinyl, Permission to Land, $31.99. Blue marbled vinyl, 20th anniversary. And Iron Butterfly in Agata Davida. That's on clear vinyl, also part of that Atlantic 75th anniversary clear vinyl, and that is $29.99. Iron Butterfly in Agata Davida. The Crow soundtrack. Surprised we didn't sell this. That's a 2 LP, music by The Cure, Pantera, Stone Temple Pilots, Helmets on here, Rollins Band, $44.99. Arlo Guthrie's at $35, $40, $45, and $48. And Aerosmith Classics Live does have a bid. Joe Willinger's at $45. Joe Willinger's at $45 on Aerosmith Classics Live. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime 2, $74.99 for Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime 2. Rebecca Barber does get the Crow soundtrack. That's sold to Rebecca Barber. Cream, Wheels of Fire, new and sealed. Cream, Wheels of Fire, $34.99. I don't get that too often on new sealed vinyl. I think it's been out of stock for quite some time. Judas Priest Painkiller, $28.99 for Judas Priest Painkiller. These are all new and sealed. The Cocteau Twins, Heaven or Las Vegas, $29.99. $29.99. Jeff H is at $45 on Arlo. No one else bid on Aerosmith. Let's go ahead and sell that to Joe Willinger for $45. Only one bidder on that. Very surprising. And let's go ahead and start the next auction. Let's do another Fleetwood Mac. We've got several more bootlegs from Fleetwood Mac. Actually, that was a Japanese record. Let me do another Japanese record. Let's go ahead and do the Kiss. Somebody asked about it earlier. It was next in the Japanese pile. We have Kiss Destroyer. Kiss Destroyer. This is going to be a $75 start. A 1977 Japanese pressing. Fleetwood Mac's on deck. That's a really cool release. It's a fan club release. Kiss is a $75 start. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. A 77 Japanese pressing. Beautiful vinyl. Near mint minus. It also has the insert with it. Look at that. Very cool. $75 start for Kiss Destroyer. That is now up for bid. Kiss Destroyer. And gatefold, fantastic. A really nice copy. Japanese pressing, $75 start on that. Arlo's at $50, $50, $52, $55, and Tony Reese is at $75 on Kiss. All right, so we had Cocteau Twins. We had Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime. Operation Mindcrime is $46.99. That's black vinyl, 2 LP. Stained, this is sold. It was our last copy. Scott Smith got that. Stained, Confessions of the Fallen. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. That's sold to Scott Smith. And we have Coldplay. This is also sold. A Rush of Blood to the Head. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. This is sold to Cynthia Herdron. Cynthia Herdron got that. That's Coldplay, Rush of Blood to the Head. And Condition Human is also sold to Cynthia. $33.99. That's a 2 LP. If anybody else wants one of those, that was Queensryche Condition Human. Okay, Arlo Guthrie is now a final call. Jeff H has that for $55. Tony Reese is at $75 on Kiss. That's a final call. I'm going to go ahead and wrap those up pretty fast. And one of the biggest releases of the week, Stone Temple Pilots' Greatest Hits, $39.99. That's on blue vinyl. Stone Temple Pilots' Greatest Hits, $39.99. Rocktober, first time ever on vinyl, their Greatest Hits collection. ZZ Top, this is sold to Rich Recore. Rich, you claimed this in the video. I hadn't pulled it yet. That's sold to Rich Recore. That's ZZ Top's first album. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Rich Recore is also at $85 on Kiss. His bid just came in. And Tom Ulanowski wants Stop, and that's STP. That's Stone Temple Pilots, blue vinyl Greatest Hits. That's sold to Tom Ulanowski. Thomas Hujar also wants an STP Greatest Hits. Blue vinyl 2 LP. Blue vinyl 2 LP. Make sure nobody else got one of those. I don't think so. Okay, now, several people's claimed yes singles from the video. I opened up my copy last night. Let me go get it so I can show you the wax. When you see the vinyl, you'll want to buy one. It also sounds really good. I made a video and I hadn't even posted it yet. I don't have enough time in the day, right, Tanner? I don't have enough time in the day. That's why I made a post this morning at 5:30. I was explaining to everybody how we pretty much work 24. This shop here is open 24/7, getting ready for these sales. But take a look at the vinyl. Look at that. Yes singles. This is of course Yes is not really known for their singles. They are for a few, especially a little bit later, like Wonder Stories and Owner of a Lonely Heart and Leave It. They had a couple more bigger hit singles, but it has like Your Move, part of I've Seen All Good People. It has an excerpt from Starship Trooper. It has a shortened version of Roundabout. It's only 3 minutes, and of course America, I love that one. It has a part of And You and I, but that's Yes Singles. That is $29.99. Yes Singles is $29.99. Yes Singles, $29.99. It also has this original inner sleeve, $29.99, or it has original inner sleeve. It's new. It comes with an inner sleeve, and that's Yes Singles, $29.99. It's like, and it's in the original shrink wrap with hop sticker. Of course, it's brand new. That's Yes Singles, $29.99. Just want to show y'all what that looked like. I had a copy of that. Okay, Kiss is at $85.86. Jeff H wants a copy of Yes Singles, and there was a couple other people who claimed that. Debbie Blair wants one. Let's pull one for Debbie Blair, Yes Singles, and Linda Lamb also gets a Yes Singles. Linda Lamb also gets a Yes Singles, and I think that's everybody who wanted one there out of the video. All right, let's go ahead and sell the Arlo Guthrie. Arlo Guthrie sold to Jeff H for $55. If you want to bid on Kiss, now's the time. We was at 85 and now 86. Rich Record, let me know if you want back in. Tony Reese has that for $86. Next is Merciful Fate. Merciful Fate Time, that's $39.99. Merciful Fate Time, $39.99. That's on bone-colored vinyl. Also, 311 Music. 311 Music is a Record Store Day essential, expanded and remastered 30th anniversary on orange vinyl, $44.99. Rich is out on Kiss. So that's $86, Tony Reese, final call. For those bidding on Arlo Guthrie, you've got one more chance. I'll go ahead and run it right now. I've got one more. I'll go ahead and run it right now. I'll start this one at 45 to go ahead and save some time. This one's pretty cool. It's also autographed by Arlo Guthrie. This is the last one I have, at least for tonight. I don't know if I have any more, but this is the only two that I've seen so far in the Pittsburgh collection. It says, "Hello, Arlo Guthrie." And it's actually signed by his backing band, Shenandoah. Now, that has nothing to do with the country group. That's a completely different Shenandoah, or Shenandoah. This is Outlasting the Blues. We'll start that one for, what did the last one just sell for? $55. We'll start this one at $45. It's autographed by Arlo Guthrie. It says, "Hello, Arlo Guthrie," and it's signed by 3 people in his band on the back. Very cool. $45 start if anybody wants in on that one. There's another, and the last one, I think, from that collection. I hadn't seen any more. Kiss is about to be sold. We've got 3 copies of Celtic Frost, Emperor's Return. Celtic Frost is a 40th anniversary edition, limited edition, black and green swirl, $36.99 for Celtic Frost. Also, Merciful Fate self-titled, $38.99. Merciful Fate in the Shadows, $39.99. And Merciful Fate number 9, $39.99. All right, Kiss is sold to Tony Reese for $86. Arlo Guthrie is at 45 with Jeff H. And I don't think, no, we hadn't found the Alice Coopers yet. So the Pittsburgh collection stuff's all in tubs and kind of stored away in the back. It's pretty incredible how much we hadn't even touched from that collection. There's been some autographs. If y'all remember that first night we were back there and I was doing that live stream where we were going through tubs. That was what, almost 2 months ago now? There's stuff from that video that I still hadn't rediscovered, including like Eric Clapton autographs. So there's stuff back there buried that I had, all the Greg Allman and Dwayne Allman stuff. So yeah, that stuff I'm still trying to find. Henry Pardidez is at 50 on Arlo Guthrie. Let's do that Fleetwood Mac I have over here on deck. This is called Fleetwood Mac Almanac. It's a 1978 UK fan club release. This is actually an official release from the UK fan club. It's near mint minus. It's really cool. It's a $75 start. This is actually official from the Fleetwood Mac's UK fan club. You had to be in their fan club to get this. The vinyl looks pretty much unplayed. $75 start. There's one LP. There's two. I've got them cleaned and anti-static sleeves. And there's Fleetwood Mac Fan Club International, Park Road, London, England. Very cool. And that's a $75 start. That's called Fleetwood Mac Almanac, and that is from that late 70s Fleetwood Mac lineup. Okay, Arlo Guthrie's at 50. Now Arlo Guthrie's at 60. Autographed by him and some members of his backing band. New vintage arrivals. We have new vintage arrivals here. Let's see what's in here. We have Gypsy in the Garden. We sold a Gypsy album the other night. This is Gypsy in the Garden, $44.99. These are EX Plus Near Mint Minus. The first crate we went through was check condition. These are EX Plus Near Mint Minus. Gypsy in the Garden, $44.99. Peter Tosh, Captured Live. Peter Tosh is $19.99. Captured Live, Peter Tosh. These are all EX Plus Near Mint Minus on the vinyl. The Birds, Never Before. The Birds is $24.99. This is a compilation. Mr. Tambourine Man, 8 Miles High, $24.99 on the Birds, Never Before. Also, Psychedelic Lollipop, Blues Magoos. Very cool. It's in shrink wrap. It's a later reissue on the Mercury label, but that is near mint in shrink wrap. Blues Magoos, Psychedelic Lollipop, $24.99. No Marshall Tucker autograph tonight. I am going to do the Eddie and the Cruisers, the John Cafferty autograph. I stopped. About the time I took that picture, I was working on Marshall Tucker, and I found a bunch more. There's several Marshall Tuckers. Some have the whole band, some have a couple, and I started looking up those names, and I got almost confused on who signed what, so I said, I'll do those another night. That's about when I was wrapping it up last night, so that won't be tonight. Graham Parker, Live Sparks. I don't think I've seen that before. Graham Parker, Live Sparks, $19.99. $19.99. I can't get it out of the jacket. There we go. Very interesting. It's like, it looked like it had a gigantic label or something, but it's actually the way it's cut there, $19.99. All right, Arlo Guthrie sold to Jeff H. for $60. And final call on Fleetwood Mac. Michael Nath has that for $75. Almanac, Fleetwood Mac Fan Club only release, $75, final call. Rhinoceros. Rhinoceros is a 1969 Allentown press, $24.99 for Rhinoceros. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Child is Father to the Man. This is Blood, Sweat, and Tears' first album on the original label, $19.99. Let's get a new Japanese auction going. Fleetwood Mac's on its final call. We've got a pretty cool deal here. This is a Japanese compilation of it's soundtracks, but I think it's mostly Western themes. Let me take a look at it here. The condition of this is about, let's see here. This is going to be about a VG. This is going to be about a VG in Japanese grade. This one's not your typical near mint pristine Japanese pressing. Has multiple scuffs on it, but nothing is non-feelable. There's no feelers on that. So that is, this is going to be a $15 start. It's got Clint Eastwood on the cover. That's what is the drawing point there. Has Clint Eastwood on the cover. Very cool. $15 start, and this is called Golden Themes from Italian Western Movies. So you definitely can listen to it. It has marks, but they're non-feelers. And this is a compilation of Italian Western music. And I was trying to see here, $1 silver. Most of it's in Johnny Yuma. Yeah, but it's Italian compilation. So if anything, what an awesome cover. What an awesome cover. That's up for bid. $15 starts. Now, Autumn, we already had a bid of $75. Michael Nath was already in at $75. So Michael Nath has it for $75. And if you want in, you've got to bid more than that. Rich is in on Westerns. Okay, back to the bin. Them, Belfast Gypsies. Boy, look at his sweater. It's got the Batman logo on it. That's pretty cool. Them, that's Van Morrison, $19.99, I think. Or does this have Van Morrison in it? Let's see. I don't see him here. Them had Van Morrison. This album may not have Van Morrison. Them, Belfast Gypsies, $19.99. Jetstream wants Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Patty's at $16 on the Westerns. Tom Ionowski's at $20. Yeah, so it's what they call the spaghetti Westerns. Yes, it's a compilation of Western theme music from RCA Victor. Tom Ionowski's at $20. Also, the Long Riders, Native Sons. The Long Riders is $19.99. The Native Sons, the Long Riders. But Autumn, let me know if you want in on the Fleetwood Mac for more than $75. If not, I got to go ahead and sell that to Michael Nath. Try it, the Standales, $24.99. This is actually an unofficial pressing. Try it, the Standales. Banned, $24.99. And I think at one time their music was banned, like up in the Boston area. So that's why that's on there. Pretty interesting story. That's $19.99. Joe Sloop wants them. And Jetstream needs to put back the Blood, Sweat, and Tears. He has already bought that from us. Westerns at $22. Autumn's out on Fleetwood Mac. Let's go ahead and sell that to Michael Nath for $75. And Blood, Sweat, and Tears is still available. That's their debut album. Really good stuff, actually, and it's on the original label. Very clean, $19.99. The Western soundtrack is at $22. Also, Uriah Heep, Innocent Victim. Look at that cover. $19.99. Uriah Heep, Innocent Victim. That's a German pressing. $19.99. Is Dirty Water on this one? I don't know if that's on this one. I don't think so. No, that's on. I think that's actually on the album called Dirty Water. And I have Eric Dolphy, Status. Eric Dolphy, Status. 2LP jazz compilation there from Eric Dolphy, $19.99. All right, so we got the REM bootleg. We got Fleetwood Mac, Eddie and the Cruisers. I actually have some stuff here that's buy it nows. Let me go ahead and pull this stuff out. I'm going to show a few at a time here. And then let's do this other Fleetwood Mac auction. So let me do some buy it nows here. This is some stuff I marked last night. Let's do this first. This is going to be Towns Van Zandt live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas. Now, I've had this before. This is actually sealed, I think, from 2009, $29.99. This is Towns Van Zandt live at the Old Quarter. Now, when I've had this before on new vinyl that I've ordered new, what I didn't realize is this is actually was an original release back in the 70s, and OG copies are like $150, $200. I didn't actually realize this was, I thought it was just a new live album that they released almost unofficially, but that's actually in Towns Van Zandt's official discography. And of course, that album, original pressings, when I was looking them up, I think the median was pretty high up there, and just not one of those records that come up for sale often. So give me 1 second. My crate fell over here. I was fixing some records. Okay, so the Western was at 21 and then 22. We've already pulled them. Autumn was out in Fleetwood Mac. We've sold that. Western's at 25. Patty's out. So Shane Devers has the Western for 25. Juan Gonzalez wants Blues Magoos and the Standales. Those are both sold to Juan Gonzalez. Some classic 60s stuff there to Juan Gonzalez. Rich Recor wants the Towns Van Zandt. And let's go ahead and get our next auction. The Clint Eastwood cover, which is the Japanese Western Themes compilation, is at $25, and that's a final call. This is an original 1977 Holland, Netherlands white vinyl copy of Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Sounds really good too. This is pretty cool. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, and this is an official pressing on white vinyl, $35 start. He wanted Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Blues Magoos. My bad, I gave him the Standales. He wanted Blues Magoos. Let me put back the Standales. Thank you, Pete Wise Garber. Let me put that back in there, and let's give him Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And then he also got Blues Magoo. So those are sold and sold. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac on white vinyl, Rumors. That's a $35 start. $35 start. It has the Japanese or not Japanese. It has the inner sleeve with it. Has the inner sleeve with it as well. Very cool cover with the hype sticker. Attention, limited edition on colored vinyl, white vinyl. Discogs actually has it not listed as a year. Now, I said 77, but this is not typically a 77 label for the United States. It was one of the versions I clicked on, and somebody said they believe it was pressed in 77, but that's not a 77 label for the United States. Either way, it's a vintage copy. It could be 77, but I'm going to call it anywhere between 77 and the early 80s. But, of course, the 77 label for the United States does not look like that. Of course, this is a Holland, Netherlands pressing. All right, this Clint Eastwood is sold to Shane Devers for $25. I'll get another auction started in just a second. Michael Nath is at $40 on that. The Standales is $24.99. $24.99, near mint on the vinyl. Fleetwood Mac, this is a buy it now. This is the record store day Bernie Grundman Palace Pressing, $59.99. $59.99. This is the Bernie Grundman Palace Pressing, and this was bought on Record Store Day, April 21st, 2012. This came from the Pittsburgh collection. Dale bought this at Record Store Day. It's sealed. It's sealed, and that's an amazing sounding record. That's Fleetwood Mac self-titled, $59.99. $59.99 sealed Fleetwood Mac. I got another Townes Van Zandt. That's Townes Van Zandt In the Beginning. That's new and sealed, $24.99. New and sealed, $24.99. Michael Nath wants Fleetwood Mac, and that's the Bernie Grundman Palace Pressing. Jeff McMaster wants Townes Van Zandt. Fleetwood Mac is at $41 with Stephen Freyu. New bid on that. Let's get another Japanese auction going. Our next Japanese auction is the one, the only, Pablo Cruz. The one and only Pablo Cruz. This is actually something that is really interesting. Pablo Cruz Worlds Away. Pablo Cruz Worlds Away. This is a 1978 Japanese pressing. $35 start. Immaculate vinyl. $35 start. This is a 2-page flip. Has a booklet with it. Pablo Cruz. Take a look at that with Obi. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Moment of silence. Pablo Cruz, a pristine Japanese pressing. That is a $35 start. That's included in my Halloween costume. Yep, that's part of it. $35 start, 1978 Japanese pressing. This is not a 2014 pressing. This was pressed either in 77 or sometime in the early 80s. This is not a 2014. That's a vintage Hollands, Netherlands. I believe it is 1977. Okay. Jeff got Townes Van Zandt. Stacy, you're second. Michael Nass back in on Fleetwood Mac at $45, and Pablo Cruz is a $35 start. I have another Fleetwood Mac. This is the Rumors. This comes in a perforated bag. This is in a perforated bag, and that's also the 2011 Record Store Day pressed at Palace, sealed. He bought that on Record Store Day, $39.99. Record Store Day, Fleetwood Mac Rumors. $39.99, new and sealed, new and sealed. Bob Seger, Stranger in Town. Boy, that looks like a nice copy. $29.99, Stranger in Town. Has the original inner sleeve, beautiful vinyl. $29.99 for I keep calling everything Fleetwood Mac. Bob Seger, Stranger in Town, $29.99. Also, Slave, that's in shrink wrap, $14.99 for Slave. $14.99. That's on the Cotillion label, in shrink wrap, Slave. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. If anybody else wants to bid, now's the time. This is the white vinyl. I'm going to call it a 77. That's what Discogs had. White vinyl Rumors, Holland, Netherlands. Michael Nath has that for $45. Stephen Free, you let me know if you want back in. And Pablo Cruz, Worlds Away. Japanese pressing, pristine, glossy. Love Will Find a Way. Up for bid. Love Will Find a Way. Worlds Away. That's a $35 start. Joe Maynard's in. Average White Band, $19.99 for Average White Band, and this is person to person. Average White Band, person to person, $19.99. Average White Band, person to person. And Gene Bavor. There's Gene. Gene is $12.99. There's a gold stamp promo on the back. And we have Sir Douglas Quintet. I don't know if I've had that one before. Sir Douglas Quintet is a 1970 white label promo. It has some damage to it. There's some damage there and some damage there. I don't think I've ever had that, though. $24.99. $24.99. Also, Ray Charles, his all-time great performances. 2 records, 36 songs. Ray Charles is $26.99. $26.99. Okay, Fleetwood Mac is sold to Michael Nath for $45. Found that one quite surprising. Pablo Cruz is sold for $35 to Joe Maynard, and Thomas Hujar wants the Sir Douglas Quintet. Sir Douglas Quintet for Thomas Hujar. And the record store, that was $39.99. Michael Nath, Sealed Rumors Palace Press and Record Store Day, $39.99. $39.99. Let me put up 2 new auctions. No one's hating on Pablo Cruz. The actual joke has nothing to do with Pablo Cruz. It started with Pablo Cruz popping up when we were doing this a couple years ago. It was well noted that about every band had a Pablo Cruz record. If you're familiar, there are Pablo Cruz records everywhere. You go to any record store except Coletco, and you'll probably find a pretty deep selection of Pablo Cruz titles, right? They sold like hotcakes in the 70s. Not a lot of people want them here in 2023, just to be honest. There's not a big demand for Pablo Cruz. However, here in Lebanon, Tennessee at Coletco, we can't keep them in stock. They are $10, $20, $35 records, as many as I can sell to whoever wants one. I have no Pablo Cruz left in the store. That was the only one that I know of, that one I just auctioned. So we started making a joke about how many times we would see it. We would go through a bin, and there would be 2 Pablo Cruz records. And of course, no one would buy them. And then people started buying them. The tables turned, thanks to John Young. John Young was getting sick and tired of seeing them. He's like, just go throw them in the trash. And then I started hyping them up, and then everybody started buying them. And now, as soon as we show a Pablo Cruz record, it's gone. It's sold. We have Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy. Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy is a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. This is going to be a $55 start. Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy, Japanese pressing, up for bid. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. It has the Japanese insert with it. It has this 2-page flip, and it's a near mint cover of Obi. Rat, up for bid, $55 start. Rat, $55 start, just like K-Tails. So, yeah, K-Tails are the same way. K-Tails are normally just like disregarded and nobody wants them, but here it's like probably the hottest rate. We don't even have any in this store. We got 100,000 LPs. I guarantee we have no K-Tails underneath this roof. There are no K-Tails here. So, we sell them. I've auctioned some off before, and they've sold for world record prices. I've auctioned K-Tail for world record prices for sure. So, okay, this is a really cool record here. Let's see. This is Eddie and the Cruisers original motion picture soundtrack. John Young is not banned. He's not banned. Ryan's misleading everybody tonight. I guess we'll officially have to label Ryan as whatever he's saying, disregard it. He's misled 4 or 5 people tonight in comments. John Young's not banned. We don't have a Jim Morrison autograph. That's 2 things. Ryan, I'm going to start fact-checking you. All right, this is an autograph, probably one of the neatest autographs I found in last night's bunch. This is an autographed soundtrack of Eddie and the Cruisers. This is signed by John Cafferty, of course, the front man from John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. Now, this is really interesting. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 autographs on it. It's got 5 different autographs on it. It's going to be a $75 start. $75 start. And I don't know why he put a Ghostbuster symbol on the cover, but evidently Dale had a note that John Cafferty did that. So, but it's signed here also by Bob Catoya, also Michael Antunes. This is Gary Gramellini, and this is this signature here was the Pat Lupo. So it's signed by John Cafferty and 1, 2, 3, 4 other members of the band, and I think there's 5 people in this original lineup of the Beaver Brown Band. So John Cafferty, Michael Tunes, they both sign it. Gary Gramellini, Kenny Joe Silva, I think, is the only one who didn't sign it, and that's a $75 start. So autographed copy of Eddie and the Cruisers. I guarantee all those signatures to be 100% authentic. It's signed there, and then there's 3 on the back. $75 start. And the vinyl itself and the soundtrack, which is usually pretty desirable, I've auctioned this album before by itself by $30 and $40. We had a nice one time in shrink wrap we auctioned. The vinyl on that and the cover is nice, and it's autographed, $75 start. Okay, back to business as usual. Back up to the top, let's go back way up. We pulled Sir Douglas Quintet. Michael Nath is going to get the Fleetwood Mac Rumors. That's sold to Michael Nath. That's sold to Michael Nath. And next is these 2 auctions. $55 start on Rat, pristine Japanese pressing. And the Cruiser soundtrack, $75 start. Dionne Warwick Story, A Decade of Gold. Dionne Warwick Story, that's a 2 LP, $16.99. $16.99. Also, Dave Mason, Headkeeper. Dave Mason is $9.99 for Headkeeper, Dave Mason. Scope of the Bee Gees, a Japanese pressing, $39.99. A Japanese pressing just randomly appeared in the bin. The Scope of the Bee Gees, $39.99. Also, Rock and Roll is Here to Stay. That's a compilation. Eddie Cochran, Fats Domino, Jerry Lee Lewis, Larry Williams, Hollywood Argyles, Thurston Harris. That's $14.99. $14.99 on that compilation. And The Kings Are Here. The Kings Are Here, $14.99. That's on the red Electra label. All right, I'm going to make Rad a buy it now for $55. And final call, if you want to get in on the autographed Eddie and the Cruisers, final call for a $75 start. I'm going to go ahead and make this a buy it now. I know we have somebody on standby. Surely, could possibly a Rat record go unsold? That would be a once-in-a-lifetime situation. And final call if you want to get a bid in on that for $75. All right, Graham Nash, Wild Tales, $9.99 for Graham Nash, Wild Tales, textured cover, original pressing, that is $9.99. Thomas Hujar got wrapped, that is sold to Thomas Hujar, Tanner for a $55 buy now. Fred Carnell was second. Calvin Ward's in on the Eddie and the Cruisers autograph for $75. Let me put REM right over here, that's on deck. And Jackie Reynolds wants Rock and Roll is Here to Stay, that's sold to Jackie Reynolds. Also, Steve Miller Band Sailor. Steve Miller Band Sailor, $19.99. I don't know if that's a name or radio station markings. W-I-K-E. W-I-K-E, that may be a radio station marking on that. Or it could be somebody's name. Waikey. Eddie and the Cruisers, final call. I'm grabbing our next Japanese pressings, which is going to be Boston. And, whoop, I've already got one over here. I already got REM on deck. Yes, Michael Nath, I got you the Fleetwood Mac. I got that for you. Joni Mitchell, For the Roses. Joni Mitchell, For the Roses, $19.99 for Joni Mitchell. And Carly Simon, Anticipation, $9.99 for Carly Simon, Anticipation. I'm about to sell the Eddie and the Cruisers autograph for $75. I'm going to consider that a steal. Garden in the City, Melanie, $9.99. And Carole King, Rhymes and Reasons, $14.99. Carole King, Rhymes and Reasons, $14.99. Original old label. The King's Price, Colin Butler. The Kings is $14.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell this. Very cool artifact there. A classic movie, classic soundtrack, autographed by 80% of the band, including John Cafferty, sold to Calvin Ward for $75. That's sold to Calvin Ward for $75. Colin Butler is going to take the Kings. Our next two auctions. The first is a Japanese pressing of Boston. This is going to be a $55 start. It's a pristine 1978. A pristine 1978 Japanese pressing of Boston's debut album. A beautiful relic here. Japanese pressing. $55 start. Perfect with Obi and insert. $55 start. Those sound incredible. $55 start on that. All right, and Rich is in at 55. Next is REM. This is really cool. This is also going to be a $55 start. The REM bootlegs have been very popular as of lately. I've actually got information printed from Discogs about it. This is REM Paradise, Boston, Massachusetts, July 13th, 1983. Unofficial release of a live concert. This is all from Discogs. Sticker on REM. It's a stereo soundboard, except for track 6 on side A and track 4 on side B, which are stereo audience recordings that are blended in. It was originally from an FM broadcast. It has all kinds of information. I printed that off. This is an REM, and that's going to be up for bid. And this is going to be a $55 start. Vinyl's very clean. I've cleaned it. Very nice. REM. So it has a sticker on the back. It's called The Return of the Rittenbacher. The Return of the Rittenbacher. And that's a vintage REM bootleg. That is now up for bid. $55 start. 1983. All right. So Boston, we had a $55 bid. Do you have Boston Walk on vinyl? Do not have that. That's very, very rare and expensive. Tom also bid $55. Joshua's going back to the mill, or he's done at the mill. He'll be back in about an hour. See you then, Josh. Autumn also is in on REM at $55. And we have REM $55, now $60. 90s punk rock. We usually have some kind of punk rock every night here. Fargo, I see now. We deal in all genres. We'll have Minor Threat. And then we'll have Benny Goodman. and then we'll have John Coltrane, and we'll have you name it. It's just, I don't know what's going to pop up. Like right here is Fargo. I see it now. That's $29.99. Fargo, I see it now. Classical Smoke, interesting, $14.99. The Kaz and Kantz Orchestra Circus, Classical Smoke, $14.99. REM's at $60. Steve Miller Band, Rock Love. Steve Miller Band is $19.99. Rock Love, $19.99. We are in Lebanon, Tennessee. We sell live right here on Facebook 7 nights a week. Records and collectibles sold every night. As many as you could possibly think. Next auction. Actually, we already got 2 up. I stepped over here to grab our next auction. I also lost my train of thought because I was looking at the record bin. But yes, we are in Tennessee. We are in Tennessee. All right, Boston's a final call. Tom Ulanowski's at $55. Tom Ulanowski has that for $55. That's a final call. And REM is at $60 with Autumn Bets. Next is the Best of the Band, $34.99. The Best of the Band. This has the original inner sleeve, near mint minus vinyl, $34.99. The Best of the Band. And Little Feat, Waiting for Columbus. Little Feat is $26.99. Waiting for Columbus, $26.99. Little Feat. That's a classic live album. Also, the Best of the Band. Steve Miller Band still left. Rick Wakeman, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Rick Wakeman is $19.99. All right, Don Alker, let me know if you want back in. Don Alker, let me know if you want back in on REM. If not, then I'm going to go ahead and sell that. And nobody else has bid on Boston. Rich Recor has $58. Bob Dylan, Hard Rain, $34.99. Bob Dylan, Hard Rain, and Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs, $24.99. $24.99. Jetstream wants Little Feat. So if anybody's just joined us, we're streaming right now live on Facebook and YouTube. We have 188 viewers at the moment. Thank you and welcome for anybody tuning in on Friday night. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow, and we'll be doing Coins and Knives on Sunday. So we'll be doing this, and I will be here tomorrow. Tennessee has a bye week, so no Vols game this Saturday, so I don't have anywhere to go. But I will say, like the next 3 Saturdays, I probably won't be here. A&M's a 3:30 kickoff. Then I'm going to Tuscaloosa. And then I think the Vols play Kentucky. I'm going to Lexington. So I'll be gone the next few Saturdays after tomorrow. But Paul will be here. I'll be here tomorrow night. And then we'll be doing Coins and Knives. And then, of course, we've got, we'll start back on Monday. We'll do this 7 more nights in a row next week. Great stuff in the back we haven't got to yet. We got new bids on both auctions, so I'll leave those rolling. Robin Trower for Earth Below. Robin Trower is $19.99 for Earth Below. Manfred Mann's Earth Band watch. Manfred Mann's Earth Band, $14.99 for Manfred Mann. And the Jay Giles Band, Blow Your Face Out Live. Jay Giles Band, $29.99. Okay, Autumn Bets is at $65 on REM. Yes, Kit, we got the last, we could have enough for one more show, but yes, we'll have more KISS merchandise on Tuesday night. That will be part 3 of the KISS merchandise. And I think we should have more metal next Thursday as well, but we're about to start doing some themed shows. I'm going to have a Rolling Stones night. I'm going to have a Led Zeppelin night. I have enough to do a complete Fleetwood Mac, just nothing but Fleetwood Mac auctions, kind of like I sampled with tonight. I was just getting a test of the water because I have like 50 more Fleetwood Mac bootlegs. We're going to do a Bruce Springsteen night. We're going to do a Who night. I've got this incredible batch of records, and also we'll do like a week of Beatles. I got enough Beatles records and 45s and albums to do a Beatles show 2 weeks straight. I've got thousands of Beatles albums. It's incredible, and 45. So that includes Paul McCartney, John Lennon, George Harrison. So we'll start doing, when KISS stuff wraps up, probably next Thursday, maybe even Monday, we'll start doing some theme nights. It'll be just like this. It'll be just like this where we're doing crates. But yeah, we don't have enough. Once again, it's like KISS night. We don't have 500 KISS albums to go through. We'll be selling KISS records while we're going through other stuff, just like Led Zeppelin. The night we're doing Led Zeppelin, for about 4 hours, we'll be auctioning Led Zeppelin bootlegs while we're showing other stuff. There's no way we can have that many Led Zeppelin. We'll probably have like 70 Led Zeppelin records that night that will all be auctioned while we're doing other records. Whenever we do a theme night, I don't want everybody to hop on and think it's not going to be nothing but 5 hours of the Grateful Dead. But yeah, we're going to do some theme nights where we can allow those collectors to know we can run an ad and be like, hey, if you're a Rolling Stones fan, we've got this incredible batch of rare bootlegs, imports, singles, etc. They'll be up for auction. So, okay, let's do a final wrap on these auctions. The REM bootleg is at 70 with Autumn bets. Joe Maynard, let me know if you want back in. Autumn has that for 70. And then a final call on Boston. Boston's at 58 with Rich Recor. Who else was bidding? Who else was bidding on this? Tom Ulanowski. Tom, let me know if you want back in on that. I was just waiting for you. Rich Recor has that for 58. Joe Maynard's back on REM at 75. Here's what's left. Here's what's left of this. But yeah, we'll start doing some theme nights. We had to do the KISS stuff, and we had all the metal. Now we're going to start transitioning. Our next kind of featured shows will be theme nights. It'll be very cool, especially if you're a Led Zeppelin, Grateful Dead, Rolling Stones, Beatles, Bruce Springsteen. Who else do I got back there? More Fleetwood Mac. We got enough Allman Brothers stuff that I've never seen so much Allman Brothers stuff. So, okay, Gypsy, Peter Tosh, The Byrds, Graham Parker, Rhinoceros, The Long Riders, Uriah Heep, Eric Dolphy, The Standells, Bob Seger, Slave, Average White Band. I don't think I've seen that one too often. Persons to Person. Also, Gene B, we'll call her. Ray Charles, Dionne Warwick Story, Dave Mason, The Bee Gees, Graham Nash, Steve Miller Band, Joni Mitchell, Carly Simon, Melanie, Carole King, Fargo, Classical Smoke, Steve Miller, The Band, Rick Wakeman, Bob Dylan, Robin Trower, Manfred Mann, and Jay Giles. Tom's out in Boston. Let's go ahead and sell this to Rich Recor for $58. They're still bidding on REM, as I expected. Joe's at 75, Autumn's at 80. Sherry Darnell takes that Graham Nash, which was Wild Tales. All right. So Joe's out on REM. Autumn has that for 80. Let me grab a new crate. A Van Halen Sweet Motley Crue night. Well, we kind of do that on Thursdays when we do metal records. That's where most of the Motley Crue, Van Halen, and if we have any Sweet, but most of those are already, well, we had a couple of Van Halens tonight, but yeah, there'll be people asking, where's the metal stuff at? But it's still more in the back. We just got to get it together. We were able to find those crates, and we've had them set aside for a while. So, okay, let's do our next auction. We have Kansas. This one's really cool. It also has a really cool Obi. This is going to be a $35 start. I don't know if I've had this one before, especially with a really cool Obi like this. This is Kansas Point of No Return. I love this Obi. Check that out. Has the ship on it just like the cover. Point of No Return. This is a $35 start. $35 start for Kansas Point of No Return. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine Japanese quality. There's the original anti-static that was always stored with it. There's the Japanese insert. Very cool, intricate insert there from Kansas. And this is a $35 start. Kansas Point of No Return. $35 start. An original 77 Japanese pressing. REM is sold to Autumn Betts for $80. That's sold to Autumn Betts for $80. Next comment was Rick Wakeman. Rick Wakeman was Journey to the Center of the Earth, near mint, 1999. The Japanese Bee Gees was a Scope of the Bee Gees. That's what it's called, Scope of the Bee Gees, $39.99. Kansas is a $35 start. Very quick recap of some titles we have in here. Joe Sloop's at $35 on Kansas, but not before we get another Fleetwood Mac bootleg up for auction. Actually, I have a Beatles bootleg here. I was going to save it for Beatles night, but I went ahead and listened to it, and I had to check it out. Also, Tanner, that sheet that I printed that goes with that, I think slipped underneath this table. Yeah, it goes to the REM. Okay, Fleetwood Mac is a 1979 unofficial. This is from the Cotton Bowl, live from the Cotton Bowl in 1978. Fleetwood Mac, and this is going to be a $55 start. It is a 2LP. It is a 2LP unofficial. Fleetwood Mac, vinyl's EX Plus, back cover there. You Make Love and Fun, So Afraid, The Change, Reams, Oh Well, etc., etc. That classic stuff from their self-titled and Rumors album. That's Cotton Bowl. That's up for bid. Fleetwood Mac, $55 start. $55 start. I'm going to do a quick run through. I've almost recapped all the new vinyl from this week already tonight. And plus, I posted a flip video, and I was working on pulling stuff for some people. So let me go ahead and pull that back up, make sure I've got everything done from this video. But first, we have Merciful Fate, Into the Unknown. That was on black and white marbled vinyl. Merciful Fate, Into the Unknown. That's $39.99. Also, Joan Jett, Bad Reputation, $28.99. Two different Korn albums. We have Untouchables for $33.99 and Follow the Leader for $33.99. Halloween, The Time of the Oath. Halloween is $44.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Greatest Hits. That's on Vaporous Clear Vinyl, $39.99. Roger Waters, The Dark Side of the Moon, Redo on Blue Vinyl, $46.99. Testament, Live at Dynamo, Open Air, $26.99. Two Smashing Pumpkins restocks, Gish and Pisces Iscariot, $39.99. And then the biggest release of the week, the new Van Halen box set. I have 4 left, $134.99. And for the first time ever, 5150, OU812, Balance, and Lawful Carnal Knowledge, and a disc of bonus material on vinyl, reissued for the first time, $134.99. So Van Halen, Smashing Pumpkins, Testament, Roger Waters, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Halloween, Korn, Joan Jett, and Merciful Fate. Final call on Kansas. Joe Sloop has that for $35. Final call. Fleetwood Mac was at $55, $57, $59. Joe Willinger says he'll take a Van Halen box. Sell that to Joe Willinger. And Joe, I'm assuming you wasn't on the pre-order. A lot of people were, over 100 people, and Pete Weisgarber also wants one. I've got 2 left. And that's it. I hadn't actually got to keep mine and open mine yet, but I was going to make sure everybody got one by the end of the week for invoicing purposes. And then I'm going to order more, and I'll probably officially take mine home and do a video. So I like the 5150 album, but I'm pretty sure I have a Japanese pressing. So, of course, Unlawful Carnal Knowledge has Right Now on it. So that's always, got to have that. What a great song. Okay, so that was a Crate of New Vinyl recap. I've got more to go through next, but I've also got new vintage stuff as well. So let's take a look at that. John's got us some new vintage stuff here priced. Let's take a look at it, and we'll go through here and see what we have. Let's see here. There's that, and let me take a look at this one as well. Okay, so we got 2 more crates there and this. All right, so new vintage stuff that has not been shown or priced yet. So Joe says he might be on the pre-order. We might want to check that before we, don't want to tag anybody for 2. I went through and I spent a lot of time purging that list because I was like, I don't want to tag anybody twice for any of these box sets. That's how we end up with extras. But Joe, we will check and make sure you don't have one already. I'm pretty sure you do though. And then I'm assuming Pete, you wasn't on the pre-order either. Kansas got a new bid. Joe Sloop, let me know if you want back in. You're out. Brent Robley has that for $37. And Don Alker, let me know if you want back in. Let me know if you want back in on Fleetwood Mac. Darren Davis has that for $60. Live at the Cotton Bowl. Okay, new vintage arrivals. We have T-Set, My Belle Amie from T-Set, $14.99. T-Set, also Keith Richards, his solo album, Talk is Cheap. That's $19.99. Pete was not on the Van Halen pre-order. Greetings from Tim Buck 3. Tim Buck 3 has a gold stamp promo, $19.99. Wet Willie, which one's Willie? $17.99. Yes, Jim Croce's due out. That has not been bumped. Jim Croce's new next week. Warhorse, the Priestess. Warhorse, the Priestess, $19.99. Joe's backing on Kansas at $38, and Michael Nath is in on Fleetwood Mac at $65. So 2 new bids on both of those. The Best of Gladys Knight and the Pips. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. So over the course of tomorrow and especially Sunday, I'll be posting a lot of pre-orders, especially stuff due out next week. I got to try to slip those in. Not all the Rocktobers dropped to this week. As y'all are well aware, I posted like 30 Rocktober exclusives. Originally, they all had street dates for this Friday. Some they've now kind of spread out. Matchbox 20 is going to be here next week, the other 2 Matchbox 20 albums. And so I actually have time to post pre-orders, and I went ahead and did that. There's actually 3 more Matchbox 20 albums coming out next week. First time ever on vinyl. I got those up for pre-order in the group. So some stuff I've posted recently for pre-order. Make sure you're in our group. You can click on my name in the group. If you actually click on my name right there where it says Chad Williams, that's one easy way. There's like my page within the group. And then you can see stuff I posted. There's one Matchbox 20 album. There's the other Matchbox 20. Let's see. There's the Led Zeppelin on clear vinyl. Journey Frontiers Anniversary Edition. Lots of great pre-orders up. Winger on green vinyl. Collective Soul's Greatest Hits. Ozzy Bark at the Moon on blue vinyl. Shania Twain's Greatest Hits. And I have an exhaustive list I've got a huge list of pre-orders. Great stuff that's coming out. All right, Fleetwood Mac is at 65. That was with Michael Knauf. Kansas 38, Kansas 40. Van Halen box is $134.99. $134.99, the Van Halen box. $134.99, Robert Johnson. Brent's out on Kansas. Joe Sloop has that for 45. Final call. And that means nobody else has bid on Van Halen or a bid on Fleetwood Mac. Darren Davis, let me know if you want back in. Michael Knauf has that for 65. Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits, and some that will be. 2LP. This is Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits, $24.99. $24.99. Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits. The Age of Aquarius, The Fifth Dimension, $14.99. The Age of Aquarius, $14.99. Darren's out. We're about to sell both these auctions, $45 and $65. Bob Welch. Bob Welch is $9.99. He was in Fleetwood Mac. Linda Ronstadt, Silk Purse, one of her earlier albums, $16.99. Keith Richards was $19.99, Debbie. $19.99. Near mint, and I'm pretty sure it has an original inner sleeve with it. It does. Near mint with the original inner sleeve. Very clean copy. $19.99, Debbie. $19.99 on that. Jetstream wants Fifth Dimension, The Age of Aquarius. That's sold to Jetstream. Also, Harry Chapin, Dance Band on the Titanic. That is $14.99. Debbie's going to take the Keith Richards record. Aquarius and Jetstream got Fifth Dimension. Debbie got Keith Richards. Fred Carnell was second. Lionel Richie, Dancing on the Ceiling. Dancing on the Ceiling, $14.99. Okay, let's go ahead and sell these auctions. Kansas is sold to Joe Sloop for $45. And C. Michael Knauf gets Fleetwood Mac for $65. $65. There is no Jim Morrison autograph. Do not pay any attention to Ryan Anderson. There is no Jim Morrison autograph. Could I possibly have one? Possibly. Yeah. Is there one tonight? No, there's not. No, there's not. There's not one for sale tonight. Who knows what I have in my collection? I try not to reveal too much because then y'all be bugging me trying to buy stuff. So, okay, our next auction is Fastway. Fastway is a $35 start. This is really cool. It's near mint in shrink wrap. The shrink's kind of loose. It has 2 hype stickers. It also looks like it had a price tag here somebody peeled off, but it has that hype sticker. It has that hype sticker. The vinyl's EX Plus Near Mint Minus. Fastway's a $35 start, and it does include the bonus 45. It includes the bonus 45 that came with it. It includes free bonus 7-inch single, Far, Far From Home. That is now up for bid. That is now up for bid. A $35 start. $35 start on that. Now, that's our next auction. We also have Santana Abraxas. Santana Abraxas. Very nice copy here. 1975 Japanese pressing. $55 start. This is near mint minus and pristine. It is the quadraphonic mix, and it has the poster. $55 start. Santana Abraxas. $55 start. There's the LP. There's the 4-channel stereo quadraphonic guide. And then here is the insert and poster. Here's the insert and poster. Folds out to a full Santana poster. $55 start for Abraxas. What a classic album. Fastway's at $35. We have another $35 bid. And this has got a really cool, it almost looks like a foil jacket when you look at this. And then there's the gatefold. Extremely nice copy there. Santana's at $55. All right. Next is Fastway's got 2 bids, both at $35, and Jetstream's in on Santana. Back to the bin. Joe Sample. That's Fancy Dance. Joe Sample's $9.99. David Polkey's at $38 on Fastway. Shrink wrap, near mint, and the bonus 45. Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. Pat Benatar is $14.99. Crimes of Passion, $14.99. And Pat Benatar Precious Time is $14.99. $14.99. Bob Welch, French Kiss. Bob Welch is $19.99. This has the hit song Sentimental Lady on it, $19.99. Fastway's at $38, now $42. I just picked up a copy of Santana for you, but you had to one up it tonight. There it is. Quadraphonic, Japanese. You can never have enough copies of Abraxas. Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold, $29.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold, $29.99. If y'all ever watch Mike on YouTube, who does the shootouts for all the pressings, they'll be like, he'll have copies of Dark Side of the Moon. He'll have 2 foot of shelf space where he's had to listen to 70 different copies of that album. And same way with Abraxas. There's people who have 20, 30 different copies of that album in their collection. Just all kinds of different mixes and pressings and variants. And it's incredible. Stephen Steele's Manassas down the road, $19.99. Stephen Steele's Manassas, $19.99. When I was looking up that copy of Fleetwood Mac Rumors, that Palace pressing, there's 492 different copies. 492 different copies of Rumors. And I bet some people are trying to get every one of those, which would be a challenge. But I guarantee you there's somebody out there trying to get at least 400 of them. Kenny Rogers in the first editions, Greatest Hits, $19.99. Kenny Rogers in the first editions, Greatest Hits, $19.99. Fastways at 38. We have Fastway at 42, Fastway at 45. And Santana's now a final call. Jetstream has it for $55. Abraxas, $55. Fastways at 47. Carly Simon, No Secrets. Carly Simon, No Secrets, $9.99 for Carly Simon. Also, With Love, Bobby Sherman, $19.99. Bobby Sherman, $19.99. Sam Squatch is at 60 on Santana. This one has the poster. This one has the poster with it. Paul McCartney, give my regards to Broad Street. Paul McCartney's $24.99. And Duke Ellington, The Bethlehem Years, Volume 1. Duke Ellington is $9.99. Duke Ellington. Wichita Lineman, Glenn Campbell. That looks like a foreign pressing. It's German, UK. Where's this from? Germany. That's a German pressing of Wichita Lineman, $9.99. Beginnings, the Allman Brothers Band. This is 2 LP, $36.99. I highly recommend. One reason, it's the first 2 Allman Brothers albums, and it's repackaged as one deal there, $36.99. Very clean looking copy of that. Fastway, just to update everybody what's going on. Fastway is in shrink wrap, OG press with 2 hype stickers. 1 hype sticker advertises this bonus 7-inch single, which is included. It also has the original, not an original inner sleeve. It just came with a generic inner sleeve. And the vinyl is EX Plus or better on that one. All right, so that's up for auction. By the way, Santana got a bid of $60. That means Jetstream, you're out. Let me know if you want back in. Fastway's now at $50. Greg Rogers wants Glenn Campbell, and Mark Shelton got the Allman Brothers. Those are sold and sold. Allman Brothers again, brothers and sisters. This is in shrink wrap, $36.99 for Allman Brothers, brothers and sisters. That's a Polydor reissue of that in shrink wrap, $36.99. Have a good night, Jim Engelman. Lindsey Buckingham, Go Insane. Lindsey Buckingham is $19.99, speaking of Fleetwood Mac. And Mick Fleetwood, The Visitor. Mick Fleetwood, The Visitor is $19.99. Mick Fleetwood, The Visitor. That's also, speaking of Fleetwood Mac. And we have It's a Beautiful Day, $9.99. It's a Beautiful Day. So we're just waiting for Jetstream to let us know if he's back in or out on Santana. That's now a final call to Sam Squatch 67. And Fastway is now a final call. Jared Benoit has that for $50. Jared Benoit has that for $50. That's also a final call. David Polkey said out. And I was going to see who else was bidding. I think maybe Calvin Ward. So y'all just let me know if you want back in. Rick Wakeman, Criminal Record. Rick Wakeman is $14.99. Olivia Newton-John, Making a Good Thing Better, $9.99. Carole King, Tapestry, $24.99. Carole King, Tapestry, $24.99. Carole King, Tapestry. Calvin's out on Fastway, so we're about to sell it for $50. Johnny Rivers, Golden Hits. Johnny Rivers, Golden Hits is $14.99. Santana, new bidder, $61. Henry's Choice is at $61. This is up for auction. This is up for auction, $61. And Fastway is about to be sold for $50. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second so I can take a drink of water. How's everything going, Tanner? I'm great. Tanner says he's great. Jake? Jake says he's wanting some more records to key in. He's caught up, it looks like. We got to start selling stuff faster. All right. We're at 61 on Santana, 65 on Santana. We got 4 new bidders on that. Let's go ahead and sell Fastway, though. Jared Benoit gets that for $50, Tanner. That's sold to Jared Benoit. Fastway for $50. And the Eagles Desperado, $34.99. The Eagles Desperado, $34.99. Also, the Eagles Live. This is a 2 LP. Eagles Live from 1980. That is $34.99 as well. Some nice copies of the Eagles there. Okay, we got one Japanese up. Let's see what I got over here from the Pittsburgh collection left in the bin. A Doors bootleg. I forgot about this one. Speaking of Jim Morrison, The Doors, Moonlight Drive. This is a 1976 U.S. unofficial, and this is live from 1967 at the Matrix. 1967, the Matrix. This is a $45 start. The Doors, Moonlight Drive, and that's a very famous bootleg. I think it actually just came into print. That's what just came out on that box set, I think. They released the full concert. This is a vintage, a very famous bootleg. It was a great sound recording. The Doors, Moonlight Drive, and that's live at the Matrix. This was pressed in 1976, and that's a $45 start, The Doors, and that's on that very, there's a couple bootlegs that are very well known, labels. This is one of them, the Amazing Corny Phone record. Of course, the other one is Trademark of Quality, the one with the pig smoking the cigarette. Those are a couple like underground bootleg labels that were known for putting out better quality bootlegs, usually soundboard recordings. So very cool. Speaking of the Doors, we have enough Doors records to probably do a Doors themed night as well. So between now and the end of the year from the Pittsburgh collection, it's the gift that gives on giving. The gift that keeps on giving is what I meant to say. There'll be some great theme nights. There'll be some great theme nights from those artists. The Doors is one of them. So let me see what we have here. Yeah, let me grab these. Okay, so let me get back over here to my post and see what's going on. Get back to the crate. Here's the, let's see here. Okay, we have Doors and Santana still getting bid on. The Doors is at 50 and Santana's at 69. Jethro Tull Live. Jethro Tull Live is $29.99. Joe and Eddie, Volume 4, $9.99 for Joe and Eddie. Jethro Tull Stand Up, $34.99. OG Press, always a selling point right here. Check this out with the pop-up cover. Very, very cool. I love that. And also probably my favorite Jethro Tull album, $34.99. Nothing is Easy, Fat Man, Reasons for Waiting, $34.99. Jethro Tull, $34.99. Is that Joe Sample? This is Joe and Eddie. This is, who is Joe and Eddie? Joe and Eddie is, Joe and Eddie. Eddie Brown and Joe Gilbert. Joe Gilbert and Eddie Brown, $9.99. Okay, we have Barbra Streisand, Stoney Inn. Check this out. Barbra Streisand, shrink wrap and hop sticker, $9.99. Very cool. Time and Love, If You Could Read My Mind, her cover of that, $9.99. All right, final call on Santana. Sam Squatch and Michael Nath, let me know if you want back in. Mark Lent has that for $69. The Doors is at 50, and now Ryan Anderson's at 52. Jethro Tull has no condition notes, just a VG Plus cover and no condition notes on the vinyl. EX Plus on that one, $34.99. $34.99. Quicksilver, Shady Grove. Quicksilver is $19.99 for Shady Grove. Boy, this is heavy. This is Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. $39.99. Sam Squatch is back in on Santana for $70. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils, It's Alive, a white label promo, $29.99. Has radio station markings. That is Ozark Mountain Daredevil, $29.99. It's Alive. We also have Ozark Mountain Daredevil, the Car Over the Lake album. The Car Over the Lake album is $19.99. And Hank Williams Jr., The Legend of Hank Williams and Song and Story, $26.99. All right, so I need to make sure that Don Alker and Tom Yonowski's done bidding on the Doors. Ryan Anderson has that for $52. And Mark Lent, let me know if you want backing on Santana. The new high bid is $70. Gideon Whedon wants the Hank Sr. and Jr. That's so to Gideon. Nantucket, No Direction Home. Nantucket is $9.99. The fifth quarter, University of Wisconsin Marching Band. Interesting. University of Wisconsin Marching Band. That is $14.99. The Doors is now at 53, now 55. Ace of Base, Lucky Love. That's a 2LP 12-inch single, $9.99. Curtis Mayfield, No Goodbyes, promotional copy. That's $9.99. Curtis Mayfield's a 12-inch single promo, $9.99. Elvis Gold Records Volume 4, that's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Elvis Gold Records Volume 4, $19.99. Paul McCartney, Tug of War. That is $24.99 for Paul McCartney, Tug of War. Our Man Flute, Herbie Mann. That's a pretty cool cover. Wow, it's sealed. A 1966 copy, sealed. with the original price tag, $29.99. Herbie Mann, Our Man Flute, Herbie Mann, $29.99. We also have Jerry Lee Lewis Sings the Country Music Hall of Fame Hits, Volume 1, $14.99. That's also sealed. 2 sealed records there back to back. All right, we have The Doors was at $55. The Doors is at $56. So The Doors is at $56. That's The Doors Moonlight Drive, The Scream of the Butterfly, recorded live at the Matrix, 1976 or 1967. It's a 76 bootleg. That's at $56. And Santana's at $70. Mark wants to know the Dead Wax. The Dead Wax. I will give that to you. It's a 1975 pressing, to save you a lot of time. But I will read you the Dead Wax. It's a 1975. The catalog number is SOPN 129, and that is the quad mix. SOPN-129A1. SOPN. That's also the Dead Wax. SOPN-129A1. It's got the vinyl, of course, near mint and pristine. I usually mention that. It also has the record with it. It also has the quadraphonic insert. It has the quadraphonic insert, cover and obi, and poster. And what I tell anybody, if you're ever researching Japanese records, keep in mind 2 things. Make sure what you're looking at, if you're ever looking at a comp, has the obi, the insert, and the poster. Make sure it's also near mint and pristine, and keep in mind, if you buy one record from Japan, shipping is usually $18 to $28 for one record. So I think that's why we sell so many here. A lot of people can buy these and pay U.S. shipping prices on them. The Doors is now a final call. Sherry's out, Ryan's out. Don Alker, you have that for $56. That's a final call. Michael House wants the Jerry Lee Lewis. That's sold to Michael House. Let's bring over a new crate. I've almost officially recapped every bin of a new vinyl from this week. I have one more to go through. There's only 2 or 3 titles in here. But I do have to go through them because I got to pull some stuff out from the flip video. The first one was the Pantera Live at the Dynamo Open Air. That is $31.99. That's on colored vinyl. Pantera, that's a 2 LP, $31.99. Also, Zach Elias wants the Pink Floyd box set. This is sold to Zach Elias, Pink Floyd, Delicate Sound of Thunder. That is sold to Zach Elias, $84.99. We have Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1, $36.99. Also, the Bodyguard soundtrack, that's $29.99. And 2 more records. We have Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason, $49.99. Jackson Browne is $29.99. And then Dawkins' Greatest Hits is $28.99. All right, The Doors is sold to Don Alker for $56. I need to know if you want to bid on the Santana, Mark Lent. If you're done, just say out, and I'm going to go ahead and sell that to Sam Squatch for $70. Craig Ruth wants Ace of Base. I forgot to pull that from the last crate. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. If I forgot that, I may have forgot something else. And nope, that's sold to Craig Ruth. That's the only other one. And then Jake Biderman said Unreal. I don't know if that's a title or he's totally in shock about something. We're about to find out, though. So that was just that crate. That's over. That crate just had 4 titles in it, and I had to pull that box set for Zach, and I think that's everything that was in the flip video. And we have a new bid on Santana, $71. Santana has reached a new bid of $71. Okay, this is a quick buy now. I was going to auction it, but it's personalized. It's really cool, though. It's autographed by Chick Corea. Return to Forever Live. It says to Dale, unfortunately. Best, Chick Corea. The record itself is in really nice condition. It's in shrink wrap with hop sticker. $19.99. Return to Forever Live. Just the record itself is really good. In shrink wrap with hop sticker. And it's autographed by Chick Corea. $19.99. That's autographed by Chick Corea. Return to Forever Live. That's $19.99. And I got a couple other buy it nows in here as well. And I got a couple new auctions. Let me do these next. Our next auction is going to be a Beatles bootleg. This one's pretty, obviously can't read the title. It's pretty odd. But it's a 1988 Australian Australian unofficials. It's called The Beatles FUCK, exclamation point. It's even got some interesting tracks down there at the bottom. This is a 1988 Australian unofficial. It's a $175 start. It's very desirable. There's some Beatles unofficials that are kind of like spoof titles This is a $175 start. Here is printed from Discogs, everything that's on here. It's got a lot of incredible live performances. It even has some Paul McCartney solo stuff from 1973. It has the Ed Sullivan tracks, and that's the Beatles. $175 start. $175 start. The Beatles. And yes, there is ways you can remove these personalizations. This is a very glossy cover. You can actually take that and probably, I haven't tried to do these. If one of these don't sell tonight, I might actually try to, because Chick Corea's autograph by itself, there's some that had sold as much as $75. But just FYI, if you're ever getting an autograph from somebody to resell, you know, if you ever get a chance to meet Paul McCartney, first of all, he's not going to sign anything for you. He don't sign anymore. But if he does, and you have intentions to sell it, and you don't really care anything about having his autograph, but you know if he signs that copy of Sgt. Pepper's, you could sell it for $2,000. Don't have him write your name on the cover. That will totally destroy the value. Just be like, hey, Paul, just put your name. Just don't make it out to anybody. So, but yeah, if you have an autograph personalized, it really destroys the value, unfortunately. Now, if it's somebody really rare, like if you do have a Jim Morrison autograph and it's made out to Chad, there'll still be a lot of people want it, or Jimi Hendrix, or anybody else from the 27 Club. Those are very desirable autographs. Or Albert Einstein, or Nikola Tesla, a couple that I've been trying to buy that are impossible. Henry's Choice, let me know if you want back in on Santana. Sam Squatch is at 72. Back to the bin of new vintage arrivals. John and Yoko, Plastic Ono Band, Sometime in New York, $39.99. These are new vintage arrivals, Sometime in New York, $39.99. The greatest hits of the James Gang. James Gang's greatest hits, $24.99. $24.99. James Gang's greatest hits. Also, Tony O'Kay, Life in the Food Chain. Tony O'Kay is on green vinyl, $14.99. Tony O'Kay, $14.99. Santana Abraxas is sold to Sam Squatch for $72. If anybody wants to bid on the Beatles bootleg, it's a $175 start. If anybody wants in on that. Our next Japanese auction is Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon soundtrack. This is a 1974 Japanese pressing. It has the insert. The vinyl is somewhat check condition. More so desirable, though, for the cover and the artwork. Check that out with the Obi. $45 start. And this is the original soundtrack from Enter the Dragon. It has one scuff on it right here. One scuff keeping it not for being EX plus near minus. Pristine Japanese pressing. There's the cover with the Obi. There's the Japanese insert. And that is a $45 start. Enter the Dragon. Awesome artwork there. It's still going to play very, very nice. Just has that one non-audible scuff to it. So we're in the middle of a bin of new vintage arrivals. After we go through these, we're probably going to go to the back and continue with auctions, but we're going to go through some buy it now, best offer stuff. Probably going to head to the back later after we go through all of our new stuff and do some buy it now, best offers. I know y'all are looking forward to that. Let me make sure I've shown all the buy it nows. I got another handful of buy it nows here. Let me go through these right quick. Let me add these to the bin, actually. So there's the Chick Corea. Here's some stuff that I marked last night. First, I have Return to Forever Live, autographed by Chick Corea, $19.99. The Flying Burrito Brothers, again. This is a white label promo, and I don't think I've had this one before. That's $19.99. The Flying Burrito Brothers, again. That's a promo copy, $19.99. Return to Forever featuring Chick Corea. That's another one, autographed by Chick Corea, $19.99. Heart, Dreamboat Annie. We listened to this one. Sounds great. Heart, Dreamboat Annie, $24.99. Thomas Hujar wants the Flying Burrito Brothers. Colin has Enter the Dragon for $45. That's now a final call. Johnny Reno and his Sax Maniacs. Johnny Reno is $9.99. Johnny Reno and his Sax Maniacs, and that's autographed. That is autographed. That is signed, $14.99. That's autographed. Rod Stewart, the Motown Song. That's a 12-inch single from 1991, $9.99. Rod Stewart, Motown Song. Big Shoulders. Big Shoulders is folk, blues, and blues rock. Shrink wrap and hop sticker, $9.99. Flying Burrito Brothers. That is EX Condition, $19.99. That's actually a self-titled release. No, it's Flying Burrito Brothers Winterland, 1969. That's live at Winterland, 1969. Another Flying Burrito Brothers. Also, Flo and Eddie, also known as the Turtles. This is sealed, $14.99. It's a reggae record. Flo and Eddie, $14.99. $14.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon is sold to Colin Butler for $45. Next is Thomas got Flying Burrito Brothers. Mark Lent put Chuck Live, $19.99. I'm not for sure what that is, but we'll come back. Romelu wants JR both Johnny Reno's sold to Romelu. One was signed. Those are sold to Romelu and Romelu. Preston Rose wants FB. I believe that was Flying Burrito Brothers. That's sold to Preston Rose. Next is Chris B. Jack wants the Big Shoulders record. And Brian C. gets the Sealed Flo and Eddie. Those are all sold. I got another Flying Burrito Brothers. That's live from Europe. And that's $14.99. Live from Europe in shrink wrap, $14.99. So we got Flying Burrito Brothers, Rod Stewart, Hart, and Chick Corea. And these are, oh, he wants the live. Got it. He wants this one right here. I don't know why I didn't put that, or I didn't realize what he's putting there, but I got you now. Chick Corea, that is sold to Mark Lynn. I got one autographed Chick Corea left, two Dale Best Chick Corea. And we have Henry Pardidez wants that last Flying Burrito Brothers. So there's a couple. That's all stuff from the Pittsburgh collection. Hart, Rod Stewart. Actually, Hart wasn't. Hart was something I found in a bin, and I pulled out and listened to it. Re-cleaned it and everything. And then Rod Stewart is from 1991. 1991, the Motown song. And then one autographed Chick Corea left. There's some quick buy nows. I'll actually just put those down. Let's put those down in this bin. Okay, if anybody wants this obscure and odd Beatles bootleg for $175, that is now a buy it now for $175 if anybody wants that. And before we continue with new arrivals, I'll get some new auctions going. I got another Fleetwood Mac bootleg. Fleetwood Mac, will the real Fleetwood Mac please stand up? Actually, no, I can't sell this. This is the one that's missing. This is missing a record, actually. Well, according to Discogs, it's missing a record. Forget you ever saw that. Pretend you didn't see that. Next is Crosby, Stills & Nash Deja Vu. This is very cool. Deja Vu. It's a 1977 brown vinyl Holland press. This is pressed in Holland, the Netherlands, on brown vinyl. $55 start. We auctioned one off last time. They bid on it for like an hour, I think. Crosby, Stills & Nash Deja Vu. It has a faux leather cover. It's not like the U.S. pressings. The cover is like faux leather. It's very cool. It's almost like laminate, and the vinyl's brown. That's a $55 start. How much for Chick Corea? $19.99, Regina. $19.99 if you want it, and Hard is $24.99. What an incredible album. This side right here, if you've never listened to Dreamboat Annie, you're missing out. The Beatles is $175. It's an unofficial. It's called That. I'll let you read it. And it's a compilation of rare and unreleased live recordings of the Beatles and Paul McCartney. Mostly Beatles stuff, though. That's all from Discogs. There's a lot of information. A lot of information, though. That is a $175 buy now. One sold on PopSock. One got slipped through on eBay somehow and sold for $225, I believe. I think one sold for $225 not too long ago. So it's very desirable. There's a couple of Beatles bootlegs that have almost like spoof-like covers, and they're very collectible just because of that. They're all listed on Discogs. They're very interesting. Hart, Jetstream, let me know if you want Hart. If not, it's sold to Joe Maynard, and then Denise Harrison was second. Jim Nielsen's at 55 on Crosby, Stills & Nash, and Regina Tabor takes the Chick Corea. So those are all sold. We have John Lennon, Walls and Bridges. That is $29.99. It actually has the photo insert as well. Or it's actually a booklet. It's actually a booklet. John Lennon, Walls and Bridges. That's his original studio album. Whatever Gets You Through the Night. Also, Number 9 Dream. It has that open cut cover, $29.99. Diana Ross, that is sealed for $14.99. Diana Ross sealed. Hard is $24.99. Right now, Joe Maynard has it unless you want it. Jetstream has dibs, then Joe Maynard, then Denise Harrison. So we might not be done on Hard. $24.99 if you want it. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass. That's $14.99. Let My Love Open the Door. George Carlin, Occupation, $14.99. Jetstream says he'll take the Hard. So Joe Maynard, You were second on that. Jetstream does get the heart, Dreamboat Annie. Okay, our next Japanese pressing is Duran Duran Arena. Duran Duran is a 1985 Japanese pressing, near mint and pristine with the insert and booklet. $45 start, Duran Duran Arena. This is a very nice copy. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. There's the LP. There's the booklet. There's the Japanese insert booklet. There's the booklet, and there's the cover with Obi. $45 start on Duran Duran Arena. Crosby, Stills, and Nash is at 56 and now 60. There's our next two auctions. Still got a George Carlin sitting here. George Carlin and Pete Townsend with Let My Love Open the Door. The Cocktail soundtrack, 1999. Cocktail has Starship, Fabulous Thunderbirds, John Cougar Mellencamp, Georgia Satellites, etc. Quicksilver. Quicksilver is 1999. Quicksilver self-titled, 1999. Also Dokken, Back for the Attack. What's that doing in there? Dokken, not Bakken. Dokken, Back for the Attack. $44.99 for Dokken. That usually is reserved for Metal Night. Neil Young, everybody knows this is Nowhere. $34.99 for Neil Young, a classic album. Everybody knows it's Nowhere. Cinnamon Girls on here. Cinnamon Girls on there. Two bids at Crosby. We got three bidders on Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Jim Nielsen is first at 60, and then we have a tie. Tom also bidding 60, so Jim is the high bidder. That is the brown vinyl. Looking for a $45 start on Duran Duran before I make it a buy it now. Men Without Hats, Folk of the 80s, Part 3. Men Without Hats is sealed, $34.99. $34.99, Men Without Hats. And the Grassroots, Move Along. The Grassroots is $14.99. Move Along, $14.99 for the Grassroots. And that is on the ABC Dunhill. ABC Dunhill label, $14.99. Jim Nielsen, still the high bidder on Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Al Green, Truth and Time. Interesting. Sealed. Never seen that album, and it's sealed. It does have a punch hole down here. Al Green is $29.99. Scott Sneed's going to take the George Carlin. Ryan Bannon's going to take the Dokken. It's waiting for somebody to grab those. And I'm going to go ahead and make Duran Duran a buy it now for $45. Duran Duran Arena. And that is a buy now. That's complete and near mint from Japan. A Japanese pressing. $45 buy it now. Let's see if anybody was on standby for that. And they was. Romelu. Romelu gets the Duran Duran Tanner for a buy it now of $45. Next Japanese auction. Final call on Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I guess no one wants to break the tie. I don't know if anybody wants to break the tie or not, but we're going to put up a pretty incredible record here. Whew. This is a $115 start. This should be reserved for Metal Night, but we're selling it right now. A pristine copy of Ozzy's Blizzard of Oz, Japanese pressing. This is a $115 start. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. It's absolutely near mint. Also have the Japanese insert, and we have the cover with Obi, Ozzy Blizzard of Oz, $115 start. Top copy, $115 start. All right, no one else has said a word. I've got to sell Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Jim Nielsen gets it for $60. Never did see the tiebreaker from Tom, and Jack never did bid either. That's sold, and Ozzy's $115 start. Jack's bid just came in. There either must be some bad connections or some, not for sure, but Jack, I've already sold that. That's sold for $60. Our next auction is the Police, Zenyatta Mandata. Zenyatta Mandata is a 1980 Japanese pressing. This is near mint and pristine. I just want to make sure. You might want to do a test comment. There might be some people with some really bad connections and you don't even realize it, how slow your comments may come in. You might want to do a test comment. You might want to comment test and then like click on your timer and then see how long it is before it pops up on my screen. That's why you know how long your delay is. Some people may be watching with like a 5-minute delay and not even realize it. That's how far their test comments. So you can do that sometimes. You'll see some people comment test or some people comment a dot. So if you hit that dot and then you look for your name up here on the screen, that way you know. And you have to kind of be also listening to me to know to make sure you're outbid, because these bids come in fast and then I'll start doing final calls and then I have to sell them. The Police, Zenyatta Mandata. Zenyatta Mandata, a pristine Japanese pressing, $45 start. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. We also have a Japanese 2-page flip with it. 2-page flip with it. And we have the cover with Obi and a hop sticker. That's a $45 start. $45 start. That's the Police. That's up for bid. Okay, so let me go back up to the top, make sure I didn't miss anything. We sold Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Lots of tests. And we have, Chad, I might have to wait until next week, but how do you need press Crosby, Stills, and Nash? I don't think I have a new pressing of that. I can get them, but I don't have new pressings. I got pressings of their first album, and I have a Greatest Hits album, and I have a bootleg. Let me show all those, actually. Let me show all those. So, this is their Greatest Hits, $28.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young so far. We have a live but bootleg. That's very cool. 69 to 70 live recordings, $33.99. Last copy I have of that, and the last one I can get. Bing Crosby, Merry Christmas, $33.99. And this is a great album here. If you like Rush, you're going to love Crown Lands. Crown Lands, Fearless, $49.99. 2LP. I had somebody turn me on to that. They knew I was a Rush fan, and it's been one of my biggest discoveries of the year. Very good stuff there. Very good stuff there of Crown Lands. So, yeah, that came back in July. I was listening to a lot of that earlier in the year, though, when we first had it. John Denver, It's About Time. John Denver is sealed for $16.99. Sealed John Denver, It's About Time. Also, Mick Fleetwood's Zoo, I'm Not Me. That's also sealed. $24.99. Mick Fleetwood Zoo, I'm Not Me. Pink Floyd, whoa, this needs to be auctioned. That's incredible. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, in the original shrink wrap. Wow. Don't get this too often. This is Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, in the original black shrink wrap. So let's take a look at this. Something we don't get too often. First, let me go ahead and end some auctions. Our first auction is going to be Ozzy. If anybody wants it, that is a $115 start. Or excuse me, $115 buy it now for the Ozzy Blizzard of Oz. And the Police is a $45 buy it now, is I think what I said. Ozzy's $115, a pristine Japanese pressing of Blizzard of Oz. If anybody wants that, $115 start for Blizzard of Oz. If anybody wants that, Blizzard of Oz, $115. And then the Police is going to be a $45 buy it now and sell that to Tom Ulanowski. Denise put MF, and that was for something. Let's see. Colin says he bid on the Police. I see where you have Po. Is that for the Police? And then also, I'm assuming that's for the Police. And there was also not a bid there. You just put, I didn't even realize what that was. So, timeout. Also, I didn't see a numerical, so I didn't even notice there was a bid there. Let me bring this back over. Colin is at $55 on that. Mick Fleetwood. Aha, right here in front of me. Denise Harrison wants Mick Fleetwood. So, sorry, Tom, and sorry, Colin. I didn't realize that was a bid. So, make sure you put maybe Police, Police, and put 55. That way, Tom and everybody else knows you're bidding. That's at $55. Now, this Pink Floyd record here is obviously pretty tough to come across, so I'm going to offer it right now. This album originally came in this black shrink wrap, which is very difficult to find. Just this shrink wrap alone is rare and highly collectible. It came with a sticker on it, and then there's the original cover. If you can see underneath there, that's the two men shaking hands, and one of them's on fire. And then the vinyl itself is extremely nice. Wish You Were Here. Very, very nice disc. An original 1975 pressing. And we have the postcard here. There's the postcard. That's always missing. And then here's the original inner sleeve. So I've had hundreds of copies of Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here. Only the second I've ever had in shrink wrap. The postcard is always missing. This is so hard to find. I don't know why. I don't know if people actually used it and sent it to people. I have no idea, but that's always missing. The vinyl's near mint, and it has, of course, the original inner sleeve. That's a $145 start. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. There is a tear in the shrink wrap, but it's still in that black original shrink wrap, or bluish, blackish, whatever you want to call it. $145 on that. Colin says he's actually going to pass on this and go ahead and just give it to Tom for $45. So Tom Ulanowski, gets that for $45. So Aussie was a buy it now for $115 if anybody wanted that. Okay, back to the bin. Fog hat, full for the city. Very nice. This is sealed, an original sealed copy, $49.99 from the Wisconsin collection. And that has slow ride, take it easy. No punch holes either. No punch holes and no saw marks. Sealed fog hat, full for the city. $49.99. Very, very cool. That's sealed from that Wisconsin collection. No punch holes, no saw marks. $49.99 if anybody wants that. Full for the city. That's really cool, actually. Edison's in on Pink Floyd at $150. I should have, I didn't even know that was in the bin. I would have let some of our Pink Floyd collectors be notified we were going to have that tonight. The Beatles, Please Please Me. This is a 1976 pressing. This is going to be a $55 start. This is a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing of the Beatles, Please Please Me. Very nice vinyl, $55 start. There is the LP. There's the cover with the Obi. UK Flag Series #1, $55 start on the Beatles, Please Please Me. All right, we have Montrose, jump on it. Montrose is sealed for $24.99. Montrose is sealed for $24.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer is also sealed, $34.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, $34.99. That is sealed. Jimmy Reed, Big Boss Man. Jimmy Reed is also sealed on Blues Way, $39.99. Wow, some great sealed records right there in a row. Jimmy Reed, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Montrose, Fog Hat. It's Howdy Doody Time. That's also sealed, $24.99 for Howdy Doody Time. Jimmy C. Newman, Alligator Man. Jimmy C. Newman, Alligator Man. That's on Pickwick. That is sealed, $19.99. $19.99. And Rare Earth, $14.99. Rare Earth, $14.99. That's on the Prodigal label. Rare Earth. Okay, looking for a $55 start on the Beatles. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, is at $150 of Edison Toledo. It's in the original shrink wrap with that hop sticker, 1975. It has the original inner sleeve, and it has the hop sticker. So there's Pink Floyd. The disc is really nice. It has the inner sleeve. It has the postcard. It's in shrink wrap with that original hop sticker and price tag. The high bid is Edison Toledo at $150. That's a final call. That's a final call. Jetstream wants Rare Earth. That's sold to Jetstream. Also, we have Blondie the Hunter, $19.99. Blondie the Hunter, $19.99 for Blondie the Hunter. Bertha, Can't Stop the Madness. This is a white label promo. Bertha, Can't Stop the Madness, $29.99. ABC Dunhill, $29.99. Blondie, Heart of Glass, 12-inch single. Blondie is $19.99. Not Blondie, Heart of Glass, $19.99. Greg Rogers wants Montrose. That's sold to Greg Rogers. Montrose and Martha and the Vandellas Anthology, $22.99. Martha and the Vandellas Anthology, $22.99. Jack Hewitt wants the Blondie 12-inch single. That's sold to Jack Hewitt. And we have An Evening with John Denver, $19.99. Any poster with Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd has the postcard and the inner sleeve. It didn't come with a poster. It had a postcard and an inner sleeve, and of course the black shrink wrap. Wish You Were Here didn't have a poster with it, at least the original U.S. pressings. The only bids, I still got the Beatles, Nick. It's a $175 buy it now. It did not get a bid. Only 2 auctions have not got a bid. The Beatles is a $175 buy it now, and Blizzard of Oz is a $115 buy it now. 2 are still available, and the Joni Mitchell is $35. Leo Kottke, $9.99. Wanda Jackson, Rock and Roll Away Your Blues. Wanda Jackson is sealed, $19.99. Peter Frampton, I'm In You. Peter Frampton's $19.99. Also, Jay Giles Band, Hotline, with that really cool die-cut phone cover. Jay Giles is $24.99. George Thorogood, Bad to the Bone, $19.99. And Robert Cray, Strong Persuader, $14.99. Oh, man, I was reaching for Pink Floyd. Jeff McMaster's at $155. I'll reach for the Beatles instead. $55 on the Beatles, Please Please Me. $55 buy it now. The Beatles' first album, UK, $55 buy it now. $55 buy it now. That is a buy it now. UK Flag Series #1, near mint and pristine. $55 buy it now on that. So did Tom Ulanowski. He was definitely first on that one that time. $55. Joe Maynard, you was second, and Jetstream was first to the Robert Cray. Joe Maynard, you were second on that. So, Edison, at the last tick of the clock, Jeff McMaster has bid $155. Just so you know, you're out and he's the high bidder, $155. I can't believe this was just sitting in the bin. I knew we had a copy back there. Paul had showed it to me. This must be the one. And we were going to save it for an auction hot post. And I guess John found it digging through a bin and he slapped a price on it and put it out today. That was supposed to be like a featured premiere item for one of our upcoming Pink Floyd sales. So that one got slipped out accidentally. Paul wasn't here today, or that wouldn't have been put out for sale probably until Pink Floyd night. But John gets digging back there in the bin, and then all of a sudden you'll be going through one of his bins, and he'll have a $500 record just priced, laying in a bin that I didn't even know that was back there. So Pink Floyd's at $155. I'm telling you, the shrink wrap on that is so hard to find. Kim Carnes, St. Vincent's Court. Kim Carnes is $9.99. Pat Benatar, in the heat of the night. Pat Benatar's $14.99. So Edison, let me know if you want back in on Pink Floyd. We have Black Rose, $29.99 for Black Rose. That's on Capricorn Records, and it's a promo copy. Let's go ahead and put up a new auction, a new Japanese auction, and our next one's going to be Whitesnake. Ready and willing. Whitesnake is going to be a $45 start. $45 start for Whitesnake. Ready and willing. $45 start. Very clean vinyl. Very clean vinyl. Red Polydor Japanese pressing. $45 start. There's the LP. There's the Japanese insert. There's the original inner sleeve. And there's the cover with Obi. $45 start on that. Whitesnake up for bid. Denise Harrison wants Pat Benatar. Edison, if you could hear me, please let me know if you're in or out. I don't want to sell something and then a last-minute bid come in. But also, I've got to wrap that up to Jeff McMaster for $155. Canned Heat, Hallelujah. Canned Heat is $26.99. Canned Heat, Hallelujah. That's on the Liberty label. $26.99 for Canned Heat. Also, we have the Robert Cray Band, False Accusations. Another Robert Cray. That's $14.99. Robert Cray Band. Mingus Ahum, Charles Mingus. This is a 2008 pressing. 2008, $39.99. I wish it was an original 6i. It would be $399 instead, but that's $39.99. Greg Preston wants Robert Cray. That's so did Greg Preston. Jetstream was second. Love Supreme, John Coltrane. That's a 2009 pressing for $39.99. John Coltrane, Love Supreme, $39.99. All right. Pink Floyd is sold to Jeff McMaster for $155. That's sold to Jeff McMaster for $155. Only two bidders on that. And Whitesnake, final call if anybody wants in for $45 before I make it a buy it now. Harry Belafonte, live at Carnegie Hall, $39.99. Excuse me a second while a fire truck blows by. This is Harry Belafonte at Carnegie Hall and another fire truck. I'm going to reach the conclusion that something's on fire. Harry Belafonte, $39.99. Also, Earth, Wind & Fire with the Emotions, 12-inch single. Boogie Wonderland, 12-inch single. That is $14.99 for Earth, Wind & Fire. And Wes Montgomery, this is a 1982 Jazz Classics reissue. Wes Montgomery, $39.99. Riverside, very, very nice. Very, very nice. And Best Sellers by Rick Nelson, $12.99. Jim Nelson wants Earth, Wind & Fire. That is sold to Jim Nelson. Also, Elvis, Blue Hawaii. I Can't Help Falling in Love. $14.99 for Elvis, Blue Hawaii. $14.99. Black RCA pressing of that. And Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2, $39.99. $39.99. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Okay, Whitesnake is a buy it now. Whitesnake is a buy it now for $55 if anybody wants it. That's ready and willing. That's a very nice Japanese pressing. The year on that was 1980. Yeah, 1980 Japanese pressing. Whitesnake, ready and willing. $55 buy it now on that. It's still available. I'm going to put away this Beatles record right quick and show everybody what's left. Ozzy was $115 buy it now. Blizzard of Oz. No bid on that. And let's see here. Let me tuck away this Beatles obscurity bootleg. There's that. There's all the information. That's $175. And then the first auction of the night that was a no bid was something I test played last night, which is this Joni Mitchell Court and Spark Nautilus half-speed master. And I really slash the price on that one and cut it down to where it was just $35 if anybody wants it. That's the only 4 auctions tonight that have not got bids. That's the only 4 auctions tonight that have not got bids. So what I'm going to do is try to see what I have left here in auctions. I've got to unplug this cart, and Tanner, we're going to take it to the back and do some buy it now best offer. So rest of Friday night, it's about 9:35 here Central Time. I'm going to move this cart, which has this laptop and this computer and this monitor and this camera. We're going to roll it to the back, and we're going to start doing some on sale. We're going to start doing some on sale stuff. So let me move these sticky notes. Let me definitely move this bottle of water. I'm going to mute the mic for 1 second, and we're going to step to the back and go through some buy it now best offer. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let me, now your connection may drop for just a second. I'm about to unplug our Ethernet. All right. Let's see here. Let me move this right here. All right. Let's see what I have here. White Snake is $55. Next is Crown Land sale from the last crate. Aaron Jolly, we still have Crown Lands. Aaron Jolly, we still have Crown Lands. Vinnie Vincent Invasion. People were asking for that last night. Vinnie Vincent Invasion will be sometime Tuesday for Kiss Night. That's why we didn't have it last night. Paul put it in the Kiss crate. So we'll have Vinnie Vincent sometime Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Aaron Jolly says he'll take Crown Lands. I'll have to remind Tanner when I go back up front. So let's figure out which bins back here we maybe have and have not gone through. I think I put some new ones out over here. Let's go to this side. We've been working a lot over here off this side. Let me see what I've got over here. And let's see here. I deposited some new stuff back here, I think. Let me see what I've got here. Give me 1 second to get set up and really figure out where we're going to go through next. I think we've been through that. I might wheel over here to this other side, actually. Give me 1 second. Japanese 4, I think we still have that. Let's see here. Let me get my phone set back up. All right. Yeah, let's go over here, actually. I'm going to go through this bin. It's over here. Let me do that. I like this one right here. It has a Rolling Stones in the front. We'll see what's here. Maybe this next one. Let me figure out which one I really want to go through first. Check the dates on some of these. Let's see here. Okay, so the way we're going to do these bins, they're all going to be buy it now best offer, which means they're going to be buy it now best offer, which anything in here, I'm going to show and tell you the price, and you can buy it now or you can make a best offer. So let me do that right now. Let me get my chat back pulled up and get situated here. Okay, so 175 people watching. I want to empty out some of these bins. Like I say, as I usually say, don't ever hesitate to make an offer on anything back here, okay? First, we have changes. That's a good way to start. David Bowie, $34.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Changes, David Bowie. That's on a black RCA label, $34.99 for David Bowie changes. The Beach Boys Love You. The Beach Boys Love You is $19.99. Tanner, you might want to make a sticky note for the Crown Lands, Aaron Jolly. That's that record I showed earlier. We got to go pull it. So on Buy It Now Best Offer, just don't ever hesitate to make an offer. Yeah. It was where I was showing those Crosby, Stills, and Nash records. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. This is in shrink wrap, $19.99. Brian Wilson, that's self-titled, in shrink wrap with the original inner sleeve. Brian Wilson also wore Love Is All Around. Very nice copy. It looks like in shrink wrap. Has the original inner sleeve, original label, $19.99. Everything back here is Buy It Now Best Offer, which means you can buy it now or you can make a best offer. Willie Nelson, Before His Time. Willie is $14.99. Before His Time, black RCA label. Willie Nelson, $14.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Brand New Day, BST, $19.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Black Oak, Arkansas, Ain't Life Grand. That's $17.99. Chris Jack offered $15 for BW. That's Brian Wilson. Sell that to Chris Jack for $15. Randy Newman, Born Again, $19.99. See how easy that was? That's what we're looking for. Dinah Ross and Marvin Gaye, $29.99. Dinah and Marvin has that window kind of flip open cover, $29.99. Soulful Strut, a classic by Young Holt Unlimited. Soulful Strut, instrumental, great stuff there on the original Brunswick label, $19.99. Kevin Hughes wants the Willie Nelson. We're going to sell that to Kevin Hughes. Thank you, Kevin. That's sold to him. The Lovin' Spoonful, Everything Playing, $12.99 for the Lovin' Spoonful, Everything Playing. Band on the Run, VG Plus condition, $27.99. This has the original inner sleeve with it. VG Plus, $27.99. Band on the Run, VG Plus condition. We're going to sell Jetstream, Diana and Marvin for $20 because we just had another bid come in for $20. So sell that to Jetstream for $20. Alum was second. Wes Montgomery down here on the ground. Wes Montgomery is EX $16.99. Auctions. Yes, I need the blue bin up front of all the Japanese auctions. We can keep those rolling too. Tanner's going to go get those in 1 second. Yes, I got more auctions as well. Ron Phillips wants wings for $22. Sell that to Ron Phillips. We have Gene Autry, VG Plus condition, $9.99. Gene Autry is VG Plus condition, $19.99. That's the Country Music Hall of Fame compilation there with Gene Autry. Also, Alan Wayne Darman, The Old Campaigner. That is EX $14.99. Soulful Strut condition. Soulful Strut actually has no condition notes, which is kind of surprising for this record. Also, a very nice jacket. But yeah, that's EX Plus Near Mint Minus on the Young Holt Unlimited. Very clean copy. Ron Phillips got a great album there with Wings, Band on the Run. That was sold to Ron for $22. Tanner's going to go grab the auctions in just a second. I do have more Japanese stuff to run. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, California Blues. That's a 2LP. It's a VG $14.99. There is some water damage on the cover here. Water damage on the cover. VG vinyl $14.99. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. Longhorn Ballroom, Souvenir Album number 1. This is a VG, $11.99. Private Press Country. Looks like we're into some Paul stuff here. Longhorn Ballroom, VG copy, $11.99. Henry Pardidez said he'd give $10 for the Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. Sold for $10. We have Toro. This looks like a bullfighting record. EX condition, $12.99. 1957 mono with book. An instructional book on how to bullfight. I do not recommend showing this at home. EX condition, $12.99. El Toro. Yeah, there's the book. The Art of Bullfighting. Wow. I mean, it's got graphs and charts and history. There's a record about everything. I've even seen records on how to tie your shoe. I'm not joking either. Toro, that's EX condition, $12.99. Henry's Choice offered $12 for Soulful Strut. Jetstream said, or Jeff asked how much. This is $19.99. $19.99. Soulful Strut, Young Holt Unlimited. Henry's Choice. Boy, this is a nice record. I'll do this for $16. Very nice. $16. Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee is sold to Henry for $10. $16 on Soulful Strut. Brent said he'd give $8 for Bullfighting. El Toro sold to Brent for $8. All right, our next auction is, yeah, we still got great Japanese titles. Hope everybody's ready for some more great auctions. Yeah, we got them. We have Journey, Escape. Journey Escape is going to be a $45 start. This is a 1981 pristine Japanese pressing of Journey Escape. This is very nice. I think I've got room to lay them right back here. Yeah, check out the cover. Embossed with obi. The vinyl's pristine, and it has the Japanese insert. And that is going to be a $45 start. Journey Escape. Extremely nice Japanese copy there. That is now up for bid. Actually, we'll make it a $35 start. I can't remember what, sometimes I can't remember. So I don't have them really wrote down. I kind of have it, but 35, 45, whichever. Soulful Strut is sold to Henry's Choice for $16. That's sold for $16. Wings at the Speed of Sound. That's VG Plus, $27.99. Wings, Paul McCartney and Wings. The James Cotton Blues Band. That is a VG Plus, $19.99. A 67 mono. A 67 mono James Cotton Blues Band. 67 mono. Tommy the Who does have some writing on the cover, but Tommy is an MCA label, EX condition, the classic Who rock opera album, $27.99. So Journey, just to clarify, just to be clear, Journey's a $35 start, and that is a near mint and pristine and complete Japanese pressing. Give me 1 second, I'm doing some leg stretching. I was stretching. Tanner walked down and was like, "What are you doing, Chad?" Okay. We have, this is $16, Tanner, to Henry's Choice, the Soulful Strut. James Cotton sold to Ian for $17, and we got 2 bids on Journey. David was first, and then Ron Phillips tied him, so David has it for $35. Mess of Blues, Johnny Hodges, Wild Bill Davis. That's a 64 mono, VG Plus condition, $16.99 with some Picasso-looking artwork on the cover. Black Verve label, VG Plus, $16.99. George Benson, Weekend in L.A., $14.99 for George Benson, Weekend in L.A. John Stewart, The Phoenix Concerts Live. John Stewart, that's $22.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. The Fifth Dimension Portrait. The Fifth Dimension is $14.99. The Fifth Dimension Portrait, that is $14.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. So Ron, let me know if you want back in on Journey. Jetstream said 9 on Benson. Sell that to Jetstream for $10. I think he meant $10. We'll make sure he says okay first. Highball, a collection of nostalgic railroad sounds. 1990. We've had bullfighting, and now here's railroad sounds. Those are always interesting to listen to. $19.99. Mark Querom is actually the new bidder on Journey at $40. Ron bid $38, but Mark's already in at $40. We have Larger Than Life, Freddie King. Freddie King is $24.99. Larger Than Life, Freddie King, $24.99. $24.99 for Freddie King, Larger Than Life. Also, we have Rita Marley, One Draw. Rita Marley is $9.99. He said, sure, $10 on George Benson. Sell that to Jetstream for $10. Journey was at $36, $38, $40. Ron Phillips out. Brent Robley offered $18 for Freddie King. Sell that to Brent Robley for $18. Earl Bostic, The Hits of '64, $19.99. Theme from Russia with Love, The Pink Panther, The Unforgiven, Walk on the Wild Side, Maria, Dominique, Hello Dolly, $19.99. Jack Hewitt offered $10 for Highball. That was the Railroad Sounds. I will say that for $15. That's I think that's a original Mobile Fidelity, isn't it? Yeah, look. That's one of Mobile Fidelity's first records, Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. It has an address. It says Railroad Man, 1518 Spence Circle, Nashville, Tennessee. $15 on Highball. That's an original Mobile Fidelity. Mobile Fidelity 4, that was right before, that was the launch of their label. They used to do sounds and experimental stuff, and then they got into, of course, audiophile recordings. $15 on that. High bid on Journey's $42. I'm actually going to go ahead and start another auction. Somebody asked earlier about Foreigner 4 as a Japanese pressing. Let's run it. We have Foreigner 4. This is a pristine Japanese pressing. This is going to be a $35 start. This is a 1981 pristine Japanese pressing of Foreigner 4 complete with obi and insert. Foreigner is a $35 start. $35 start for Foreigner 4. Journey was at Jack Hewitt has dibs on that one. Jack, yeah, Highball, that's $15. Yeah. That's sold to There's a lot of, wait a minute, there's a lot of people. Jack asked first, though, didn't he? Yeah. Jack asked first on highball. He offered 10. He gets it for 15. He gets it for 15. Gerard was second. Brent was third. Brian was fourth. Jeff is trying to pay 16. So 5 people back up on that all of a sudden. All I had to mention, it was a mobile fidelity record. So we've already sold Freddie King. Journey was at 42 and then 45. And then Foreigners at 35. So Mark Quarum has Journey for 45. Foreigners at 35. Sorry for all the confusion. Now, the Picasso-looking cover, that was Mess of Blues. I don't know if that's actually, it's not Picasso. It's looks like John Henry. Mess of Blues and Johnny Hodges, Wild Bill Davis. And that's a 64 mono, VG Plus condition, $16.99. That's on the black Verve label. Back to the bin. These are all buy it now, best offer. Earl Bostic plays Bossa Nova. Earl Bostic plays Bossa Nova, $24.99. That's on the King label. That's on the King label in shrink wrap. The Steam Calliope, a rare musical instrument. I don't think I'm saying that right, but you know, like the circus instrument, $14.99. The Steam Calliope or something of that nature, $14.99. Michael Nath wants Mess of Blues. Let me make sure that Jeff McMaster doesn't want it. If he passes, then it's sold to Michael Nath. David Polkey's out on Journey. That means Mark Quarum has that for $45, and that's a final call. Foreigner is now at 36 with Scott Gardner. Next is Flash and the Pan, Lights in the Night. Flash and the Pan is $9.99. The Walt Disney presents the story of Hans Brinker. Hans Brinker, $19.99, a Disney record. These are all buy it now, best offer. These are all buy it now, best offer if anybody's interested. Jeff Master passes on that, so that's sold to Michael Nath at Sticker. The Rita Marley, I'll do that for $8 if you want it. Brian C. on the Rita Marley. Elton John, Friends. This is a VG Plus, $19.99. Looks like somebody autographed it. Or they just drew a bunch of lines on it. VG Plus, $19.99. Elton John, Friends. VG Plus, $19.99. And Kim Mitchell, Shaken Like a Human Being. Kim Mitchell's VG Plus, $9.99. Calliope, exactly. Okay, Foreigners at 37. Let's go ahead and sell the Journey, though. Journey sold for $45, and that's sold to Mark Quarum for $45. Tanner has handed me some action figures. We have Sid Vicious, we have Alice Cooper, and we have Lemmy from Motorhead. $24.99. He comes with his bass guitar and an amp. Very cool. Those are Reaction Super 7 figures. We have Alice Cooper. He glows in the dark. Even his snake glows in the dark. And the Sex Pistols with Sid Vicious, $24.99. $24.99. So Lemmy, Alice Cooper, and Sid Vicious. Those are all $24.99 if anybody's interested. Okay, Foreigners at $37 of Keith. So we're still bidding on that, $37. Next is James Cotton, 100% cotton. VG, $9.99. James Cotton's VG, $9.99. Buffalo Springfield again. That's a VG Plus copy for $14.99. Buffalo Springfield again. VG Plus copy, $14.99. James Taylor, JT, $14.99 for James Taylor, JT. Your smiling face. Any misfits? I don't have any misfits, no. I've got Iron Maiden, I've got Creature from Black Lagoon, and I have Frankenstein. And I got SpongeBob, too. But yeah, there's Frankenstein. There's Creature from the Black Lagoon. Those are very cool. Those are also $24.99. Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon. And there's SpongeBob from the Super Bowl halftime show, Sweet, Sweet Victory. $24.99. SpongeBob. There's SpongeBob, there's Frankenstein, and there's Creature from the Black Lagoon. And then I got some Iron Maidens as well. Okay. Let's see here. Chris B. Jack said 10 on BS. That was Buffalo Springfield. Go ahead and sell that to Chris for $10. Go ahead and sell that to Chris for $10. Brian C. is going to take the Rita Marley for $8. That's sold for 10 and then 8. We have Hank Williams, Wandering Around. Hank Williams is $24.99. Wandering Around, Hank Williams and his Drifting Cowboys, $24.99. Scott's out on Foreigner. That means Keith is about to get this for $37. That's about to be sold for $37. Final call. Loretta Lynn, Back to the Country. Loretta Lynn's $9.99. The Best of West Montgomery, VG copy, $9.99. Willie Nelson Collector Series. Willie Nelson's $14.99 in shrink wrap. Very nice copy. That's like a compilation. The Great 28, Chuck Berry. the Great 28 Chuck Berry. That's actually sealed, unopened, sealed Chuck Berry. Also, no saw marks, no punch holes, no cutouts. $36.99. Kevin Hughes said he'd give $20 for Hank Williams. That sold to Kevin Hughes for $20. Let's go ahead and sell Keith Petit, the Foreigner, for $37. That sold to him for $37. And we have Elton John Blue Moves, 2LP, $24.99 for Elton John. And this is what? Sondheim, a musical tribute, original Broadway cast album, $22.99. $22.99. Sondheim, a musical tribute, $22.99. Jeff McMaster said he'd give $25 for Chuck Berry. I think you meant to say $30, right? Sealed Chuck Berry, the Great 28, $30 pending to Jeff McMaster. Somehow I got deep into Wikipedia the other night and I was reading about the history of Broadway plays. I don't know how I end up doing this on Wikipedia, but I'm always researching records and reading about albums and artists. Then somehow I started reading about Broadway plays, Jake. Can you believe it? Jake's like, I'm leaving. He's literally walking out the door. He's like, all right, I've had enough of Chad tonight. Okay, our next auction is going to be a very nice, a very pristine Aerosmith Rocks Japanese pressing. This is an original 1976 Japanese pressing, and it's a beauty. This is a $45 start. Petit, not Keith Petit. I guess that doesn't sound right. Petit. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry about that. That's a big mess up on a name. $45 start. This is Aerosmith Rocks. Check out how nice this is. Gold foil obi. The vinyl is pristine. Absolutely pristine vinyl. It has the Japanese insert with it. This cover has pretty much no signs of wear. Very cool gold obi. Chris Wood Sr. is immediately in at $45. Okay, and we're seeing if Jeff wants this for $30. We're about to find out. If not, then Michael House says he'll take the Loretta at sticker. That's sold to Michael House, and Chris is in on that. He's going to pass. That's okay. If anybody wants that $30, it's sealed. Now, let's go through that crate one more time. I'm just going to read titles. If you want to know a price, let me know. Tanner's also handed me a few more action figures. Also in that Sex Pistols line, we have Johnny Rotten. I also have Devo. I have two different Devo figures, and those are all also $24.99. Chris Wood Sr. has Aerosmith for $45, and that's going twice, going 3 times now. I'm going to go ahead and get another one started. We have Madonna, Like a Virgin. Madonna is also an original, near mint, and pristine 1984 Japanese pressing. $35 start for this. It's near mint and pristine. It includes the obi and the inserts. Madonna is a $35 start. Here's what's left in this bin. Still got the David Bowie Changes, also a greatest hits album. The Beach Boys Love You, War, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Black Oak, Arkansas, Randy Newman, Love and Spoonful, Wes Montgomery, Gene Autry, Alan Wayne Darman. We have Longhorn Ballroom souvenir album from Dooley Groom, Al Harvey, and the Longhorn Band. Probably don't know who those people are. That's because it's a Private Press country album. Private Press country album. Also Wings, Tommy the Who, John Stewart, The Fifth Dimension, Earl Bostic, the Steam Calliope, however you say that. I messed it up again. Hans Brinker, before that was Flash in the Pan. Elton John Friends, Kim Mitchell, James Cotton Band, James Taylor, Wes Montgomery, Willie Nelson, Elton John, and then that Broadway tribute album. I'm going to go ahead and sell this. I don't want to see an album left behind. Go ahead and sell that to Jeff McMaster for $25. Jeff, I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you if you're okay with that. And what's the best price on Best of Wes Montgomery? The best of best, the best on best, best of best. What happened to that record? It was right in here, wasn't it? There, no, hold on a second. There it is. VG, I will do $8 on it. That's, wow, that's 20% off. $8 on that, Best of Wes Montgomery. Okay, these auctions are sold. Tanner, only one bid. Chris Wood Sr. gets Aerosmith for $45. Fantastic copy of that. Fantastic condition. That's sold to him for $45. And we also said Chris. So the first record here is Wes Montgomery. That's sold for him for $8. And Madonna is sold for $35 to Denise Harrison. And Regina said she'd give $10 for the Dewey record, which was the Private Press country album there. That was this one right here. Sell that to Regina for $10. Tracks on David Bowie. Great compilation. Space Oddity, John I'm Only Dancing, Changes, Ziggy Stardust, Suffragette City, Gene Genie, Diamond Dogs, Rebel Rebel, Young Americans, Fame, and Golden Years. $34.99. $34.99. Elton John. Is that for Friends? If that's for Friends, Friends would be $15. And I'll actually do the same on Blue Moves. Either one of those for $15. If that's what the EJ offer was for. Just let me know on that. Let's see here. All right. Okay. I'm going to make this next bin much easier. I'm checking dates and titles. This next bin I'm going to make easy for both of us, okay? Going to really try to knock out this crate here. This next bin, I'm going to shift the camera down. I'm going to get 2 new auctions started, and then we're going to do a bin of half off, Tanner. How's that sound? Tanner says half off. I think these are even a couple months older than the last batch we just went through. They are. So let's go ahead and clear out this bin. We have so many vintage crates we got to empty. When I say crates, that's stuff like, let me turn the camera for just a second. That's like crates like those stacked up there, kind of right there. That's stuff that has just been recently priced that we don't have room for back here in these bins. So that's what I'm talking about on that. So Angela says she'll take David Bowie. I think Angela is saying she'll take the David Bowie. Joshua, let me know if you want that for $34.99. If you pass, it looks like Angela 3 wants it. Angela 3. So we'll go ahead and sell that. All right, so yeah, let's knock out this bin. Let's knock out this bin. And first, let me introduce our next auction. Let's go ahead and do a Queen album. This is going to be a this is a $55 start. This is Flash Gordon soundtrack. $55 start on Queen. It's really nice. The Flash Gordon soundtrack. $55 start. $55 start for Flash Gordon. There's that LP. There's the original inner sleeve. Is Angela 3 a new bidder? That's Angela Leckington. All right, so Angela Leckington gets that for sticker. This also has the Japanese insert with it, Flash Gordon. This is a $55 start. There's the insert, and there's the embossed cover. This is a really nice copy. That's a very nice copy of that. Okay, here's how this crate's going to work. I'm going to tell you the price, and that's the half off price, okay? I'm going to tell you the price. Tanner says, okay, he understands. That's the half off price. We're going to start with Donovan, Volume 2. That is sealed, $10. That's a sealed copy for $10. Donovan, Volume 2. We have Patrice Rushen, Piz-Paz, I think. Is that what that says? Piz-Az. That is $5. You got to be careful of that word. That's $5. Pizzazz? Yeah, if you break it down in 2 syllables, it doesn't sound right. It sounds like you're selling something a little dirty. The Butterfield Blues Band, $12.50. The Butterfield Blues Band. Some words, if you slow them down, they just don't sound right. And some you have to say really fast, like that one, or it just doesn't make sense, right? Butterfield Blues Band, that's $12.50. That's on the gold Electra label. We have Tampa Red, Guitar Wizard. Tampa Red, that's $12.50. $12.50. Mungo at Montreux. This is Mungo Santa Maria live at Montreux. $7.50. $7.50. Corey Gaston wants the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. That's sold to Corey Gaston. That was $12.50. The Jackson 5 Anthology. $20 now. That's a triple LP. Jackson 5 Greatest Hits. It does have a seam, kind of a seam crackle going on, but that's a flip open cover, 3 LP, $20 on that. Jetstream wants the Mungo Santa Maria. That's sold to Jetstream. Next is Kim Carnes, Mistaken Identity. Betty Davis Eyes, $5 on Kim Carnes. $5 on that. $5 on Kim Carnes. Savoy Brown, Boogie Brothers. Savoy Brown is $10. Boogie Brothers. Aretha Franklin, Through the Storm. That's actually a full album, $10. That is from 1989. Aretha Franklin, Through the Storm. Did I say Peter Max? Yeah. Artwork by Peter Max. I thought that looked very interesting. Peter Max artwork, $10 on that. Jetstream wants Savoy Brown, or excuse me, Jeff McMaster. Jeff McMaster on that. I'm going to make Queen a buy it now. If anybody wants this for $55, it's a first come, first serve. That's Flash Gordon soundtrack by Queen. If anybody wants that, $55 buy it now. Queen, Flash Gordon soundtrack. 5.5, first come, first serve. A very, very, very nice copy of that. $55 buy it now. Okay, we have On the Waters, Bread. Bread on the Water, $6.50. Aretha, Getting It Right, or Get It Right. Aretha is $10. These are all the half-off sticker price. Jeff McMaster, or excuse me, I'm getting my comments a little out of order. Zach Elias gets the Jackson 5. That's so does Zach Elias. Tracks on Donovan. This is Donovan Volume 2. Ramblin' Boy, Little Tin Soldier, Go Watch Blues, Why Do You Treat Me Like You Do, Car Song, Riding in My Car, Ballad of a Crystal Man, Belated Forgiveness Plea, Ballad of Geraldine, Tangerine Puppet, Jersey Thursday, War Drags On, and Keep On Truckin'. That's sealed, $10. Ramsey Lewis, Saw Alongo. That is $10. Salongo, Ramsey Lewis, $10 on that. Smoke City, I Really Want You. Smoke City is $7.50 for Smoke City. Herb Albert and Hugh Muscella, $6.50 for Herb Albert and Hugh Muscella. That is $6.50 for Albert and Muscella. Audience, Lunch. Audience is a 72 white label promo, $10 on Audience. You Call Me Cootie. Call Me Goody. Robert Goody Whitfield. That's a G. Call Me Goody. $7.50. Bridge Climbers. Full Bag Don't Bend. That's sealed from 1984. $6.50. Jetstream wants to Herb Albert and Hugh Muscala. That's sold to Jetstream. Frontier Theory. The front door just opened 5 times. Must be a whole army of people coming in. Frontier Theory, Atlantic. Frontier Theory is $7.50. Jetstream, Jeff McMaster wants Bridge Climbers. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Tonight's the Night, SSO, featuring Douglas Lucas and the Sugar Sisters. $11.50 on Douglas Lucas. Also, Stanley Turrentine, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? $7.50. Stanley Turrentine, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? $7.50. Grover Washington Jr., All the King's Horses. Grover Washington Jr., that's $10. Flying High Together, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, $7.50. That's in shrink wrap. Flying High Together. Jetstream wants to Stanley Turrentine. That's sold to Jetstream. I got it right that time. And Duke Ellington's 70th birthday concert recorded live in England. Duke Ellington is $10, recorded live in England. Elvis, Let's Be Friends, $5 for Elvis. Let's Be Friends. This is Dirty Cash or Gash. The Adventures of Stevie V, Dirty Cash, $5 on that. Also, Manchild, Feel the Fuff. That is $6.50. Jetstream wants to Duke Ellington, and Brian Owens gets the Elvis. Those are sold and sold. So just a reminder, we still got the Flash Gordon soundtrack for a $55 buy it now if anybody wants in on that. Or make a very fair and reasonable offer. I'm definitely motivated to sell these auctions while we're back here. And our next Japanese auction is going to be, if you missed out on the other one, here's another chance. Madonna, Like a Virgin, 1984 Japanese pressing, $35 start. $35 start, Madonna, Like a Virgin. There's another one just like we just sold. Joseph Sinkbell, You Were Second on Elvis. There's that record again. There's that record again. And the next is The Boys Band. The Boys Band is $7.50. The Boys Band is $7.50. Elvis Costello, this is $15. This is actually on the Costello label. So it has Costello around the edge instead of Columbia. That's $15. Elvis Costello. Roy Rogers meets Albert Einstein. Wow. Works by Sigmund Snopek. That is $5. Obviously, that's not real, but that would have been an interesting meeting. $5 for that. $5. We have REO Speedwagon, Riding the Storm Out. $10 for REO Speedwagon, Riding the Storm Out. That should get grabbed. Also, Wilson Pickett in Philadelphia. Wilson Pickett, very clean-looking copy of this. $15. Wilson Pickett in Philadelphia. That's an OG press of that. $15. And Thunderclap Newman, Hollywood Dream. Thunderclap Newman. That is $13.50. Thunderclap Newman. $13.50. Jeff McMaster is going to get the Wilson Pickett. I don't know if I've ever seen that one except for, I guess, whatever. At one time or another, I've showed all these records, but I don't even remember showing that Wilson Pickett. Might have been a night that Paul was doing them. Jackie Lomax, is this what you want? Jackie Lomax is a 69 apple pressing, $11.50. $11.50, that's on Apple. Mark Querum gets REO Speedwagon. Let's go ahead and make Madonna a buy it now. If anybody wants Madonna, it's a $35 buy it now. Like a Virgin, that's a buy it now for $35. We've already sold one of those tonight. There's another one there if you missed out on that one. Chris Jack wants the Elvis Costello. I was waiting for somebody to grab that. That's sold to Chris Jack, Elvis Costello. Also, we have Dwayne Allman and Anthology Volume 2. This definitely should get grabbed for $17.50. Dwayne Allman and Anthology. That is $17.50. David Polkey said he would do 35 on Madonna. Gerard, if you want to do 45 on Flash, I'll sell it to you. Madonna sold to David for 35. And Gerard, if you want Flash, let me know for $45. And I think that's originally what I was going to put it up for. And then I said 55, but let me know on that. Let's see here. Oh, hold on a second. Brian might have been first on Elvis Costello. I thought you were first on Elvis Presley. We had Elvis. Those other two might have been for Elvis Presley, right? Brian Arrigo might have been first on that Elvis Costello. And it was because there was back-to-back Elvis, I didn't realize it. So actually, we need to change Elvis Costello there. That needs to be changed, Tanner, to Brian Arrigo. He got Elvis Costello. So Chris Jack, you were actually second on that one. Joshua Cross, first on Dwayne Allman. And Gerard is going to say, yes, I'll take Queen for 45, I hope. And then I'll put up a new auction. We have Hubert Laws, the Chicago theme. That's $7.50. Hubert Laws, the Chicago theme. Also, Graham Nash, Earth and Sky. Graham Nash is $6.50. Earth and Sky, Graham Nash. 10 Years After, Stonehenge. 10 Years After is $10. Also, Jefferson Starship, Earth, $7.50. Expose, Let Me Be the One. That's a 12-inch single, $5. Asia, self-titled, $7.50. EX Condition. EX Condition on Asia. Sweetwater, Just For You. Sweetwater is $6.50. Somebody's been looking at this one because they put the jacket back in wrong. Sweetwater. We have the Marx Brothers box set. 3 hours, 59 minutes, and 51 seconds with the Marx Brothers. That is $13.50. Jack Hewitt wants Expose. Gerard's going to pass. So if anybody wants Flash Gordon for $45, it's now available. If anybody wants that for $45. Next is G.C. Colleton on Asia. Ron Phillips, you're second. So Expose, so did Jack Hewitt. G.C. Colleton got Asia. We have Panic at the Disco, Death of a Bachelor Tour live. All My Friends Were Glorious. That is half off of $74.99. That's $37.50. Wow, that got slipped in there. $37.50, Panic at the Disco. And we have Lionel Richie, $7.50 for Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie, $7.50. I didn't pull anything out of there, as you can see, and those are all still available. I'm going to read what's left, and those are all half-off titles. James Rayner is going to get the Lionel Richie, and Craig Ruth is going to get the Panic at the Disco. Those are all half-off sticker. So here's what's left in this bin of half-off. We had the Marx Brothers. We had Sweetwater, Jefferson Starship, 10 Years After, Graham Nash, Hubert Laws, Jackie Lomax, Thunderclap Newman, Roy Rogers meets Albert Einstein, The Boys Band, Manchild. We have Dirty Cash, Stevie V, Flying High Together, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Did I show that earlier? Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. That's $7.50. That one might have got skipped over. Grover Washington Jr., Tonight's the Night, SSO, Frontier Theory, Atlantic, Call Me Goody, Audience, Smoke City, Ramsey Lewis, Donovan, Aretha Franklin, Bread, Aretha Franklin, Kim Carnes, Tampa Red, Patrice Russian, Pizzazz. Pizzazz. Don't break that down into 2 syllables. They don't sound right. Right, Tanner? All right, I'm going to move these over so we can officially say we've emptied out a bin. After the last bin and that bin, after a little bit of condensing, we have sold an entire bin of records already back here. How much on Stevie V? Stevie V, Marco, is that what I just seen? Yeah, Marco, that is $5. $5. That's the half-off price. All right, let me take a look at these. We may go ahead and continue with these. Let me make sure there's nothing. I see a couple that shouldn't be in here, but I'm going to leave them. I mean, I don't want to pull out everything. I'm going to leave all these in here, and we'll do another half-off bin. Now, this piece of wood here is about to break. It's already broken, so I'm going to try to leave these like this and pull from the back. So let's do another half off. Marco says he'll take that. And the Marx Brothers box after the half off would be $13.50. $13.50, Jetstream. You need that. That'd free up a lot of space in the bin, too. That takes up the equivalent of 6 albums. So let's go ahead and do another bin of half off. I'm getting very hungry, but y'all are still on here and buying late on this Friday night. So let's keep going. Jetstream says he'll take it. If y'all keep buying, I'll keep selling. And if we get to the point and I go through half of a crate and nobody's bought anything, I'm like, all right, it's time to eat and get ready for tomorrow. Because as soon as tonight's sell over, I'm going to start working on stuff from Pittsburgh. More autographs, more bootlegs, and we'll have a big sale tomorrow night for sure. I think both Paul and John are here tomorrow, so we'll have a lot of new arrivals. Half off continues. The Who face dances. I'll be telling you the half off price, $10. The Who face dances. Also, let's slip in some Japanese buy it nows. I'm not even going to auction these. I'm just going to show you some great Japanese titles. They're first come, first serve. First is Billy Joel, The Stranger. $35 buy it now. Billy Joel, The Stranger. $35 buy it now for The Stranger. First come, first serve if anybody wants that. The Who was $10. We have CSS Planta. That's an odd looking record. That is sealed from 2013. $12.50. One Man's Poison, Red Eye, $10. One Man's Poison, Red Eye, $10. Thomas Hujar gets to Billy Joel. Tanner, that's a $35 buy it now to Thomas Hujar. Crack the Sky, Photo Flamingo. Photo Flamingo, $10 on Crack the Sky. The Committee, Wide Wide World of War. The Committee, $7.50. Tommy James, In Touch, $7.50. Carly Simon, Spy, $5 for Carly Simon. The Byrds, Ballad of Easy Rider, $12.50. The Byrds, Ballad of Easy Rider, $12.50. Cynthia Herdron wants The Committee. That's sold to Cynthia Herdron at half off a sticker. The Moody, well, that's a nice looking copy. On the Threshold of a Dream, $7.50. The Moody Blues, $7.50. Olivia Newton-John, Warm and Tender, $12.50. A 1989 BMG Music Club. Well, I don't get that Olivia Newton-John too often. $12.50 for that one. Nick Bargeron on the Byrds. She passed away this year, didn't she? Olivia Newton-John. The Byrds, that's sold to Nick Bargeron. And Linda Ronstadt, Lush Life, $5 on that. Moody Blues is sold to Burt Jordan. So Byrds to Nick, Blues to Burt Jordan. Let's do another Japanese buy it now. It's going to be another Billy Joel. Well, this one's nice. Let's actually... Okay, I'm still going to make it a buy it now. This is a $35 buy it now. It has the inserts, the calendar, and it has all the shrink wrap too. This has everything. This has the calendar, the book, the inserts, the vinyls near me. It's in shrink wrap of Obi. Another Billy Joel for a $35 buy it now. Another Billy Joel for a $35 buy it now. Lewis says Lush Life for $5. Lewis, if you're a first-time buyer, thank you and welcome. That is your first-time purchase with us, I'm pretty sure. So thank you and welcome. Make sure you send our Facebook page a message. We need your email address and your mailing address. Your email address and a mailing address so we can send you an invoice on Monday. We'll be doing this again tomorrow night, and we do $7 in limited shipping. Raggedy Ann and Andy picture disc. That's now $10. Raggedy Ann and Andy picture disc. That's $10. Lily Tomlin, this is a recording. That's $7.50. G.C. Colleton says he'll take the Billy Joel for $35. That's sold to G.C. Colleton. 24 of Hank Williams' greatest hits. $15 for 24 of Hank Williams' greatest hits. $15 on that of his greatest hits. Also, Ian Matthews, Some Days You Eat the Bear. Some Days You Eat the Bear. Ian Matthews, $10 for that. Denise Harrison wants the Lily Tomlin, and Ron Phillips is going to get the Hank Williams Sr. Those are all sold. Next is Johnny Rivers, Realization. Johnny Rivers is $6.50. Iron Butterfly in Agata Davida. Iron Butterfly is $10 in Agata Davida, yellow Atco label. $10 on that. And Short Stories, Tall Tales, Horse Lips, $5. So Tanner, we had a new buyer with Lewis Lewis is a new buyer. He got the Linda Ronstadt for $5. G.C. Colleton got Billy Joel for $35. That was a buy it now. And then Denise Harrison got the Lily Tomlin. And Ron Phillips got the Hank Williams Sr., which is now on top of the pile. Angela Leckington, you were second on Hank Williams Sr. Jack Hewitt got Iron Butterfly. That's so did Jack Hewitt. Cynthia Herdren wants Johnny Rivers. That was Johnny Rivers, Realization. That's so did Cynthia Herdren. Great titles in this bin going out the door at half off of sticker. All right, I'm going to do another Japanese buy it now. This has never been auctioned. I'm just going to go ahead and make it a buy it now. And that is, well, this is cool. This is a $55 buy it now. Derek and the Dominoes, Layla. Pristine Japanese insert, complete with insert. Complete with insert. $55 buy it now. I think we've auctioned one of those before, and it was a lot of people bidding on it. That's a quick buy it now for $55. Next is Thomas Bowman. Says he's going to take the Olivia Newton-John at half off. That's so to Thomas Bowman at half off. And Henry's Choice is going to get the Eric Clapton. And Tanner, that was a $55 buy it now. $55 buy it now on that. Rico Kasich from the Cars, Beautitude, just $7.50. $7.50 on that. Little Richard, King of Rock and Roll, a 71 white label promo, now $11.50. A white label promo, $11.50. The Very Best of Fats Domino. The Very Best of Fats Domino, $5. Leon and Willie and Leon, one for the road. Willie Nelson and Leon Russell, also a white label promo. Also a white label promo, $15. 2 LP near mint. Scott Smith first to Little Richard. Jeff McMaster was second. And Jetstream first on Fats Domino. Those are all sold. Those are all sold there. Another Japanese buy it now. This is going to be a buy it now for $35. This is a 2 LP complete with inserts and near mint. Rod Stewart, Absolutely Live. Great track listing too. Rod Stewart, Absolutely Live. Buy it now, $35. That's now a buy it now opportunity. 1982 pristine Japanese press and complete with inserts. Corey Gaston first on the Willie Nelson. Jeff McMaster was second. And David Polkey wants RO. That's Rico Kasich. That's sold. That's sold. And the Fast Domino went to Jetstream from earlier. Okay, more half off continues. We have Fog Hat Live, shrink wrap and hop sticker, $13.50. Shrink wrap and hop sticker on Fog Hat Live with that die cut cover, which is notorious for the letters getting all chipped. This one's been preserved under the shrink wrap. Fog Hat, someone will definitely be grabbing that. Wishbone Ash, Number the Brave. Has some writing on it. Report, please. I don't know what that, maybe something from a radio station. It has radio station type markings on it. Wishbone Ash is $10. Four Tops live in concert. It's a white label promo. The Four Tops live in concert. Very cool. $7.50. $7.50 on the Four Tops live. Gary Lewis and the Playboys Greatest Hits. Gary Lewis and the Playboys. That's $10 for Gary Lewis and the Playboys Greatest Hits. And Loggins and Messina full sale. $5 for Loggins and Messina full sale. Near mint on that. $5. And Leon Russell and the Shelter People. Leon Russell is now $10. That's on the Shelter Records. Very clean on the vinyl. Mark Querum was first on the Fog Hat. Mark got Fog Hat. Jetstream was second, and Jeff Crow was third. It was $13.50. Neil Young Decade. This is one of those when I was flipping through there, I was like, I probably should pull this out. But somebody's going to get a great deal for just $20. A triple LP Neil Young compilation of some of his, it is his best music in my opinion. Neil Young Decade. That's a $20 buy it now. $20 buy it now. Corey Gaston is going to get the Leon Russell, and Shakedown is going to get Neil Young. So Corey Gaston got Leon, and Shakedown is going to get Neil Young. Jeff McMaster second, Patty Kay third. Coming up next is another great album, the band Cahoots. That's now just $15. There is a Braille strip on the cover, but no condition notes on the vinyl. Original gatefold, $15 buy now on the band. Very clean vinyl. Mark Querum, you were fourth on Neil Young, but Burt Jordan is going to be first on the Four Tops Live white label promo. That's sold to Burt Jordan. Henry Paredes first to the band. That's sold to Henry Paredes. And the Beach Boys live in concert, now $15. That's a 2 LP gatefold. OG pressing, of course. $15 for the Beach Boys live in concert. The greatest hits of the 50s featuring the original stars. Little Richard, Buddy Knox, Jack Scott, Bobby Day, that's now $5. Greatest hits of the 50s compilation. Blackfoot, hadn't seen that in a while. No Reservations, Blackfoot is $10. Very interesting cover. I always thought that was, I don't know what's going on there, but it always caught my eye. Blackfoot is $10. We have Asia. There's another copy if you missed out on the last one. No condition notes on this one. $9 after the half off. $9 even after the half off. That is Asia. Self-titled, Heat of the Moment. Subway Serenade. Wow, Looking Glass. Looking Glass. Don't see their stuff too often. No Brandy on this one, but that's a later album of theirs. Looking Glass, $10. And we have Netherlands, Dan Fogelberg. Dan Fogelberg's $5. Before I finish this bin, I'm going to go ahead and show you another Japanese buy. Now, no one took Rod Stewart. Let's see if we got any takers for Boston. Don't Look Back, a pristine Japanese pressing with Obi. $45 buy it now. Pristine Japanese pressing with inserts and Obi. $45 buy it now on that. Ron Phillips wants Asia. He was first to that. He was back up on the other one earlier. He gets that one that time. And Burt Jordan gets Blackfoot. Burt Jordan gets the Blackfoot. Last two records in this bin was Dance Children Dance, the Flatland Cloggers. The Flatland Cloggers is $10. And we have Cellcat, Motorcycle Mama. Cellcat, Motorcycle Mama is $10. Jane Fink wants the Dan Fogelberg. That's sold to Jane Fink. And Henry's Choice is going to get the Boston for a buy it now of $45. Boston's a buy it now, Tanner, for $45. So here's what's left in that little pocket of half-off records. I'm going to read those titles one more time. If you want a price confirmation, just let me know. These are going to be half off. We have the Who Face Dances, CSS Planta. That was Red Eye, One Man's Poison. Crack the Sky, Photo Flamingo, Tommy James in Touch, Carly Simon Spy, The Raggedy Ann Picture Disc, Ian Matthews, Some Days You Eat the Bear, Short Stories, Tall Tales, Horse Lips, Wishbone Ash, Gary Lewis and the Plays Boys, Greatest Hits, This Diamond Ring, Loggins and Messina Full Sail, The Beach Boys in Concert, Greatest Hits of the 50s Comp, Looking Glass, The Flatland Cloggers, and Cellcat. Jane Fink is going to take the Cellcat, and Sherry Darnell wants the Who. Those are sold and sold. All right, great stuff there. That bin got a pretty good chunk out of it. That's what I like to see. Let me do another quick buy it now. I have not auctioned this one before, but we have it quite often. This is a quick buy it now. I'll do this one for just $35. The Eagles' Greatest Hits, a pristine Japanese pressing. $35 start. Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, Lion Eyes, Already Gone, and Desperado, all on side one. $35 buy it now on that. Stephen A. Young says he'll take the Looking Glass album. That's one we don't see as often. Of course, their album with Brandy on it is very desirable. Lots of people's always looking and asking for that release for sure. So let's see what else I got over here in this bin. Let me take a look over here. Let's see here. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think some of these I just pulled out of a crate. I don't think these have been out too long. They're marked from a couple months ago, but I think I just emptied those out into a bin. So Jane Fink is going to take the Eagles for a buy it now of $35. Sell that to Jane Fink. Did I move one over? We already been through these, haven't we? Yeah, we've been through those. That was those two bins combined. Let's see. Let me see what I've got over here next. Wishbone Ash and Crack the Sky. These are half off sticker. The Wishbone Ash was $10. Number of the Brave, that was $10. And the Crack the Sky, I must have passed that. The Crack the Sky was $10. Those are $10 each. Let me figure out which bin I want to go through next. I'm going to make it hopefully a good one as we finish up tonight's sale. Let me see what I can go through over here. Oh yeah. Let's go through this one and make it a half-off bin. Let's go through this one and make it a half-off bin. I'm going to completely rotate the camera here, make it a half-off bin. Let's see here. Let me do a complete 180. Here's another side of album. So we're going to go through this one right there. We're going to go through this one. And before that, we have Eric Gooden says he'll take both. That was Crack the Sky and Wishbone Ash. Of course, those continue at half off and half off. So sell those to Eric. Now, this next crate, I think it has even better titles, and I think they've been out for a little while here in the store. So let's go ahead and try to reduce this bin, and we're going to do half off stickers. So I'm going to be showing you the price I'll be telling you the half-off sticker. And if I can reach over here and grab the Japanese bin, I've got a few more Japanese titles for buy now. I think a couple we've already shown before. Let me see what's next here. I'll do this one next. This is the Beatles, a collection of Beatles oldies. I've had this before, definitely, but first time I've shown it. Just a $35 buy it now. A collection of Beatles oldies. That's UK Flag Series number 8. It's actually an official release, and that's a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now. Greg Rogers wants the Ian Matthews, Someday the Bear. I think that's the claim for the Ian Matthews record. Let's sell that to Greg Rogers. $10 is the half-off price. All right, let me grab my phone. There's the Beatles. All right, so let's do this crate and bin, whatever you want to call it, half off. We have Michael Jackson, Farewell My Summer Love, 1984, $12.50. $12.50. We have Chris B. Jack getting the Beatles for a $35 buy it now. That's so to Chris B. Jack, $35. Michael Jackson. Walter Egan, Not Shy. Walter Egan is a white label promo, $7.50. $7.50 on that. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Heart. Lou Reed is $15 for Rock and Roll Heart. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Heart, $15 for Lou Reed. Great prices here at half off of the sticker. And great titles like John Cougar, Nothing Matters and What If It Did. $10 on John Cougar. Also, the Heavenly Kid soundtrack. The Heavenly Kid soundtrack. That's actually a white label promo. $10 on Elektra. White label promo. $10 on the Heavenly Kid. Damn the Defiant, original motion picture soundtrack. That's also a white label promo. VG Plus condition, $7.50. VG Plus condition, $7.50. Let me do another buy it now from the Japanese bin. This is Wham Fantastic. Wham Fantastic, a $35 buy it now. These are usually what I'm starting these for, but late tonight, they're just being quick buy it nows. Wham Fantastic, $35 buy it now. That album's not in print. George Michael, $35 buy it now. An original 1983 Japanese pressing. That's sold to Cynthia Tanner for $35 buy it now. And Susan Bell wants John Cougar, and that's the first out of here. That's half off of sticker. All right, I've got a few more. I'll do those in just a second. But first, back to the bin. Edgar Winter Group, Shock Treatment. That's a VG Plus, $7.50. VG Plus, $7.50. Gail Winters, A Girl for All Seasons. That's a VG Plus, $6.50. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, a VG copy for $5. A VG copy for $5. Jetstream takes the Edgar Winter. That's sold to Jetstream. Also, Charlie Bird, Delicately. That's in shrink wrap. Now $5 for Charlie Bird, Delicately. Near mint on the vinyl covers and shrink wrap. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. We have mixed by Bobby DJ Guttaradro. I remember showing that before. Somebody actually, it's something different, or we had some additional information. I can't recall that though, but that was $10. Promo 12-inch single. There's another one. This is Double Cross, First Choice. Double Cross is $5. And Jimmy McGriff and Junior Parker. That's EX, $8. Jimmy McGriff and Junior Parker. EX condition, $8. Everyone's Gone to the Moon and Other Trips, the T-Bones. That's a really cool space cover. The T-Bones, that's $7.50. $7.50 on that. RIP, Siegel and Schwarl. RIP is $10 for Siegel and Schwarl. Also, Tom Jones, Don't Let Our Dreams Die Young. Tom Jones is $5. Tom Jones is $5. This is very odd looking. Celestial, Circle X. EX condition, $13.50. An experimental noise album. Experimental noise. EX condition, $13.50. The Cufflinks. The Cufflinks is EX for $5. Ry Cooter, Into the Purple Valley. EX condition, $8 on Ry Cooter. EX condition, $8. Contraband contains the band Alias. Alias, Contraband, $5 for that. Aztec Two-Step, Two's Company. Aztec Two-Step, $5. Patty K wants the Ry Cooter. That's so to Patty K. Next is Todd Rundgren, Initiation. Todd Rundgren is $10 for Initiation. $10 on Todd Rundgren. Bad Company, Desolation Angels. $10 on Bad Company, Desolation Angels. That's a very clean copy, an original Bad Company album on Swan Song. I bet somebody's going to grab that. Somebody should grab this too. The Kinks present a soap opera. $12.50 on the Kinks present a soap opera. Gatefold, very clean vinyl. There's Bad Company, the Kinks, and Midnight Band. This is Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson. Now just $13.50. VG Plus condition. Midnight Band. Midnight Band. Chris B. Jack gets the Kinks. That's sold to Chris B. Jack. And the band, Stage Fright, this is now available for just $17.50. The band, Stage Fright, that's $17.50. We also have Dinah Ross and the Supremes Anthology. That's a triple LP greatest hits of Dinah Ross and the Supremes. 15 bucks on that. Easter House, Waiting for the Red Bird. Easter House is $5, Waiting for the Red Bird. East West, the Butterfield Blues Band. East West is a VG copy, $7.50. It's a 66 Monarch. 66 Monarch. Josie Sinkbell is going to take the Bad Company. Can't go wrong there. Sell that to Josie Sinkbell. Bad Company. The Best of Herbie Hancock. Wow. Now just $12.50. EX condition, $12.50. Blue Note Liberty label. The Best of Herbie Hancock. Experience Unlimited. Experience Unlimited is actually a Vinyl Me Please title. That's a Vinyl Me Please title. It's on bronze colored vinyl. Vinyl Me Please Essentials number E077. That's now $15. $15. Shakedown Best gets the Herbie Hancock. Chris was second. Jetstream third. James Rayner fourth. Ryan fifth. David Hoy sixth. Burt Jordan wants the Dinah Ross and the Michael Jackson. Dinah Ross and the Michael Jackson. So earlier we showed a Michael Jackson. That's sold to Burt Jordan. And he wants the Dinah Ross and the Supremes Anthology. Those are both sold to Burt Jordan. And Jeff McMaster gets the Experience Unlimited. We have next Ernie Watts. Quincy Jones presents Ernie Watts, Chariots of Fire. $7.50 for that. Naz, Todd Rundgren, now $20. This is on the SGC label. It has a flip-open jacket like this. The half-off price is $20. That's Naz, Todd Rundgren. All right, let's do another quick bite now on the Japanese bin. Have not been auctioned tonight. Just showing them as a bite now. This is a complete and mint 1977 Wings Over America $45 bite now. This includes the inserts, the inners, the poster. This is complete. This has the poster, all the inserts, everything. Wings Over America, triple LP too. Japanese, original from 1977, $45 bite now. Pink Floyd Metal, half off of $59.99. Whoa. Somebody just go ahead and be typing that into their phone. An exceptional 71 Jacksonville press. That's not ever supposed to be in a half off bin, is it, Tanner? Nope. Tanner says, nope, somebody's about to get a deal. Chris B. Jack gets Wings for $45. Stephen A. Young was second. Tangerine Dream Exit, VG Plus, $8.50. $8.50 on that. Bigger than both of us, Hall & Oates is EX. That's $9. $9 for Hall & Oates. And Saudade Moquer Santos. Moquer Santos, maybe. $17.50. So here's what's left in this half-off bin. Here's what's left in this half-off bin. Before, I'm going to show you another Japanese bite now. This is the Eagles live. I'll do it for a $35 bite now. This is a pristine and mint 2LP 1980 Japanese pressing. $35 bite now. This has the inserts and the inner sleeves. $35 bite now. Jetstream is going to take the band at half off. Jetstream is going to take the band at half off. Thomas Bowman wants the Tom Jones, and that was $5. And here's what's left. We had Moquer Santos, Hall & Oates, Tangerine Dream, Pink Floyd, Naz, Chariots of Fire, Butterfield Blues Band, Easter House, Midnight Band, Todd Rundgren, Aztec Two-Step, Alias, Cufflinks. That was that experimental group, Celestial. Siegel Schwarl, T-Bones, Jimmy McGriff and Junior Parker, Double Cross, Bobby DJ, Charlie Bird, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Gail Winters, Damn the Defiant soundtrack, Heavenly Kid soundtrack, Lou Reed and Walter Egan. So we pulled the band, we pulled Tom Jones. Let's do G.C. Colleton takes the Alias Contraband. That's sold to G.C. Colleton. Chris B. Jack wants the Butterfield Blues Band. That's sold to Chris B. Jack. Thomas Hujar is going to get the Lou Reed Rock and Roll Heart. Pink Floyd was a $30 bite now, and that's a half-off price, and I can't believe it's Paul has it as an exceptional 71 OG Jacksonville press. No ring wear or near mint vinyl. That is not supposed to be in there. I feel like we could advertise that and re-auction it for more than $60, but right now it's a $30 buy now. Please don't buy it. Please don't buy it. We'll rerun that another night, and I'm sure it's going to bring more than 60 when we do that. Circle X, Tanner's wanting to know, can he buy it? Circle X, was this here? Yes, Circle X. Craig, I'm assuming that was a claim, Craig Thomas. Sherry is going to get the Eagles for a buy it now for $35, Tanner. The Eagles is a buy it now for $35. It's right here. Yeah, right there. Next is Jack says he'll take Pink Floyd at half off. That's kind of sad, actually. I'm actually sad to sell that. And let me read through those titles one more time. I've got another Japanese. I think I showed this late last night, but here's another chance if you missed out on it. This is Rubber Soul, and this is a 76 Japanese pressing, mint with insert, $55 buy it now. Rubber Soul, a classic, UK Flag Series number 6, $55 buy it now on that. $55 buy it now on that. How much was Seagull? Let me see here. We had, this is Saudade, Hall & Oates, Tangerine Dream, Nas, Chariots of Fire, Easter House, Midnight Band, Todd Runner, Cufflinks. Was there a Seagull Swirl maybe? Seagull Swirl? That is $10. $10. T-Bones, Jimmy McGriff. Did somebody claim that? Jimmy McGriff? Maybe not. I thought I saw that pop up. Double Cross, Bobby DJ, Charlie Bird, Emerson Lake and Palmer, Gail Winters, Damn the Defiant, Heavily Kid, Walter Egan. Fog Hat Full earlier. Do you have a copy of Concert for Bangladesh? We usually can spot those pretty easily, but I don't see one. I had one for the longest underneath one of these tables, and I don't know how it laid there forever. I'd walk by it every day, but now it's not there. I'm sure somebody came in here and bought it. Cynthia said Seagull Swirl claim. That was Seagull Swirl. Okay. Let's see here. And there's that. Fog Hat Full from earlier, 38. Fog Hat Full. Now, what was that? Oh, the sealed full for the city. That was a New Arrivals, wasn't it? Was that New Arrivals? Okay, I'll sell that to you. When Tanner comes back here, I'll make a note. And two others, so nobody took Rubber Soul. And these have already been shown. That was in the hot picture of the night. Bond, Man with the Golden Gun. Very nice Japanese pressing, $45 buy it now. And Hotel California, I'll do that for a $45 buy it now. So there's two other, that's the last two Japanese buy it nows. Let me actually go over here and see what's on this rack. And yeah, when Tanner sits back up here, we'll claim that. I want to show you all these box sets. John priced these and put them out. I don't think they've ever been shown though. And I'm sure there's going to be somebody interested in them. Let me move the card over here. But these have never been shown. He just marked them and laid them on this rack, and I've never got to show them. First, I got some TV guides here. Let's see what these are. I think especially if you're an Elvis fan, let's see what we have here. Madonna, $4.99. The Beatles, $4.99. There's an Elvis TV guide, 1985, $4.99. Elvis, $4.99. These are all from that Atlanta collection. Elvis, $4.99. Priscilla Presley cover. Elvis, $4.99. I know if Regina's watching, she'll want these. Elvis, $4.99. Sinatra, $4.99. Elvis, that's got a cool cover, $4.99. Madonna, another Madonna, $4.99. These are vintage TV guides. Michael Jackson, also with, is that all? Let's see, what's going on here? There's Prince and Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, $6.99 for that one. Elvis, $4.99. Beatles, there's the George Harrison one. We had John Lennon, there's George Harrison. There's the Ringo. There was a set of those. Let's see if the Paul McCartney's in here. Oh, before they all spill. There's another Elvis. There's another Elvis. Another Elvis. That also has Springsteen, Madonna, and Michael Jackson on it. There's another one of those. There's another Elvis, and then that is Joan Collins. Joan Collins. Okay, let's go back up the top here. Chad on my say you can put back the full. No, I was just joking. I was just joking. I mean, I'm not actually sad. It's half off. It's half off. If you want it, that's fine. Because I don't want you to be like, man, Chad's sad. The Frank Sinatra, that was from the year November 7th through 13th, 1992. There's some vintage TV guys if anybody's interested. I was hoping Regina's would be watching. She'll be wanting all the Elvis ones. Now, here's these box sets I was talking about. These are, I don't know if y'all, yeah, y'all can see them down there. There's these here. These are called Time Life Rock and Roll Era box sets. They're all $14.99 each. They're all $14.99 each. And they come with an insert. And I think they're all they're either 2 or 3 LP. This one's a 2 LP. But for example, this has Johnny B. Good, Summertime Blues, Good Golly Miss Molly, Yakety Yak, Tequila's on here, Sweet Little 16, Rockin' and Robin, Chantilly Lace, and we have, I think, a whole run of them. Like there's 1958. We have 1961, 1962, 1960, Roots of Rock and Roll, 57.50. So Marco says he would like a bundle price on all of them. So I think they're all marked. Yeah, they're all marked $14.99. They've actually been back here since September. Hadn't even got to touch them. See, there's Teen Idols, 1958, 1962, 61, 56. Marco, I'm assuming you won't. I don't know. I think they're different. Even though I think one of them says 1960. If there's 2, I think they're different. So even if there's 2 1960s, I think they're different. If you're buying all of them, I'll do $12 each. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, 10, that's 210. 242, that's 200 and, no, yeah, what did I just say? $242. Did I do that right? $242. So we'll say $230. We'll say $230. Let me make sure I did that right. Was there 21 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, 12 times. Somebody fact check me on that. 21, 12 times. And that's a lot of, if that's 2 LPs, that's a lot of vinyl. That's a lot of vinyl. Rock and roll compilations. Very cool stuff there. And I said, Marco, I said I'd do we'll knock that down to 230, especially since he's coming to pick up. Marco's going to be picking these up. That's great. That's great. 252. So I'll do 230. Yeah, I'll do 230. 230. 252. So 252, I'll do 230. I think I said 242. I forgot to carry my 1 in my head. That's a lot of vinyl. 59, 56. That one's just the Supremes. That one's 61, 62, 58. Teen Idols. That's a complete Time Life Rock and Roll Era set. Wow. And then Regina says, how much for all the Elvis TV guides? Even duplicates? Let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Those are all different. That one looks different. Let me pull these out. This guy, every time a TV guide came out, he would go and buy 2 and 3 of them. He'd go to the supermarket to get a TV guide, and he would buy 2 and 3 of every one of them every week if it had somebody. Let's see, Sinatra, Madonna, John Lennon, Madonna. We're missing Paul. Somebody must have come in here and bought Paul because I had the whole set in there. Regina. There is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Elvis TV guides for $40. 11 Elvis TV guides for $40. Yeah, they were 75 cents. They were 75 cents back in the 80s. That guy would go, if he went to the market and there was somebody like Elvis or a music person, he would buy 2 or 3 of them. Same way people do with the, the magazines at the checkout lane. I'm a sucker for those. I bought a Yes one the other day at Walgreens. It was a book about Yes, but they're like $20 now. I wish magazines on the checkout line was still that. So Regina said take. Tanner, that's all these TV guides for $40. We're waiting to see if Marco wants the bundle deal on the Time Life sets for $230. How could he say no? That's a lot of vinyl. That's a lot of vinyl. Anybody interested in any of these? I'll make you a deal. Let's see what else I have over here. This is an old camera. This is $14.99. This is a QPI by Coney or Conley Camera Company, Rochester, Minnesota, number 3A. Perfect for setting on your box. I'm not for sure how that works. Is that my best price? So they were $14.99, and then I did 12. That's $230, or that was $252, and then I said $230. I'll do $220. $220. That's getting pretty close. Well, that's getting pretty close to $10 a set. That's getting pretty close to $10 a set, which I've never shown those, and I have a feeling if I were to show them, I could sell them individually for $14.99, but I'd rather sell them to you. Also, what happened to my phone? Hope I can see all the comments. So earlier when I rode over here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Chris, I put back your Kinks album, and I think Bert Jordan got that Pink Floyd Tanner instead of Jack Hewitt, if you can hear me. Tanner's got that fixed. Okay. There's that. Let's see. This isn't cheap, but it's pretty cool. This is The Simpsons. This is, how much is this? This is $134. I need to get it on eBay if it don't sell pretty soon. The Simpsons. This is Treehouse of Horror. $134.99. It's a Toys R Us exclusive. By the way, Toys R Us is coming back into business. They are coming back into business. What year is this from? I'm not for sure. That's $134.99. These are very collectible here. These Star Wars, or these airplanes. That's $84.99. Got to get those online too. And we have the Star Wars Ewok Village. Star Wars Ewok Village. Star Wars Return of the Jedi. That is $99.99. I think it's mint. I think it's very, very nice. Maybe untouched, unplayed. Yeah, it's unpunched. Yeah, this is unpunched card here. I got one already. I was going to go back and see more and didn't see them. Yeah, they got moved over here to this shelf, actually. So, Henry's Choice needs to put back Boston. Boy, I better end the feed before everybody starts putting back their purchases for tonight. We've been on long for too long. Okay, good night, everybody. Everybody's starting to put back stuff. When we're not selling and we're putting back, I'm like, okay, it's time to wrap up. Marco says he'll take them. We'll stop there then with Marco Villafinicio. If anybody needs anything else, let me know. We sold everything I'm come over here to sell except these violins. This violin is $75 and this little tiny one is $45 if anybody needs them. So the Boston was Don't Look Back for $45. Boston Don't Look Back for $45. There's two violins if anybody needs those, $75 and $45. I would love to sell them to you. Okay, so I don't have any Mad magazines right now. I know there's some in the back from those collections we bought, and we're going to sell those to Marco as a bundle deal. Henry's Choice needs to put back Boston, no problem. GC Colleton, that was a Japanese pressing of Don't Look Back for $45. A Japanese pressing of Don't Look Back for $45. So, all right. Now, if there'll be nothing else, we're going to stop there. I'm going to get ready for tomorrow night. First thing I'm going to do is go eat. We've made it to 10 o'clock. We've made it to 11 o'clock. We've made it to 11 o'clock. So, thanks, everybody. Any last calls, let me know. And those are also to Marco for $220. $220. There's the stuff that was put back. If anybody wants Boston, $45. If anybody wants the Kinks, that was half off. The Kinks was $12.50. And those box sets sold to Marco. Marco, thank you. Glad you asked. You got a bundle deal instead of buying them individually. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to start working right now on autographs, bootlegs, new vintage arrivals, new stuff, etc., etc. So, thanks everybody for watching, and good night. I'm probably going to go get some, I don't know, cookout maybe, Whataburger. I hadn't decided. McDonald's. See y'all tomorrow.